And a big good evening, everybody, and welcome back to softball, coming to you live tonight from Milford, Iowa, here streaming live on ExploreOkoboji.com. My name is Mitch Kieran, heavily joined tonight by Mr. Tim Soper. He'll be joining me on the commentary as well as manning our live stream and our camera. So also, you can also watch this game live on our Facebook page, ExploreOkoboji.com. Very happy to have you along for the broadcast. But in this contest tonight between a couple of Siouxland Conference teams, the Okoboji Pioneers hosting the Sheldon Okoboji. So, Tim, a beautiful summer night here. I'm just ready to get underway for some softball as lineups are being announced right now.
Yeah, this was both our first softball games of the year. And we also had the baseball game right behind us. That's going to be on Q102. Scott Nolte and Tim Peterson hanging out over there. And obviously with a shorter schedule, we're trying to get as many games in as possible. So a little bit of Sheldon Okoboji double feature tonight.
Absolutely. And with that shorter season as well, all these games are crucial. So we're seeing a lot of conference games tonight. In the likes of Okoboji and Sheldon. Okoboji coming in with an overall record of 1 win and 6 losses against Sheldon, 2-2 overall, both of them 0-1 in conference play. Well, as the Pioneers are taking the field and just about set for the national anthem, we want to remind you our pregame show tonight is brought to you in part by Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake, online at lakeshealth.org. Well, action's just about to get underway, Tim, so this should be a competitive game. I say let's go ahead and just take a quick break when the anthem comes up shortly, and when we come back, we'll be just in time for first pitch.
Sounds good to me.
All right, perfect. We will see you after this short break. Stay tuned for Okoboji and Sheldon softball coming up on ExploreOkoboji.com.
Imagine a surgery with less pain, where it's minimally invasive. You have a faster recovery and you receive better results. At Lakes Regional Healthcare, the only hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery in Northwest Iowa, surgeons provided robotic surgeries for orthopedic, gynecological, and general surgical procedures such as hip and knee replacement, hysterectomies, colon resections, gallbladder removal, hernia repairs, and more. So when you need surgery, look to the only area hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery. Look to Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake.
Northwest Iowa bone, joint, and sports surgeons have been providing excellent care to the community for the past 40 years. Their team offers specialized care, including sports medicine, as well as in-house physical therapy. Exceptional, dependable, local. Visit NWIAbone.com.
Today's banking is about so much more than numbers. It's about people. It's about community. It's about the next generation. Banking is personal. That's what we believe. And that's why we'll always put you first. Northwest Bank. Commitment you can bank on.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm in Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
Okoboji High School is proud to sponsor all Okoboji students in their activities. Okoboji High School wishes good luck to the Okoboji Pioneers as they work hard all season. Be proud to represent the Okoboji Pioneers in education and activities.
Just because you don't need glasses doesn't mean you don't need your eyes checked. This is Dr. Danielle Reese. Early signs of diabetes, high blood pressure, glaucoma, and more can all be detected with an eye exam. Your eyes have to last a lifetime. Schedule an exam today. Reese Eye Care, Bellevue Junction Plaza, Milford.
Okoboji Realty is a proud supporter of the Spirit Lake athletes and all the young athletes involved and driven for success. Good luck from Amy Maris and Mickey Harrington, real estate agents with Okoboji Realty. Dedicated to community, dedicated to you.
The Hut Bar and Grill in Arnold Park is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, and breakfast is served Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnold Park.
At United Community Bank, we're actively engaged in developing, strengthening, and energizing our communities by investing in people and their hopes and dreams for the future. Let us go to work for you, supporting your goals and helping you succeed. We look forward to being a part of your financial future. United Community Bank, with locations in Milford, Okoboji, Hartley, Ocheyedan, and Lake Park. Member FDIC.
United Community Bank, dedicated to your financial success.
Welcome back to ExploreOkoboji.com. We're coming to you live tonight from Milford, Iowa. Let's go ahead and meet the starting lineups for the Sheldon Orebs tonight, led by head coach Jessica Stofferin, as they're about to come up to bat. Leading things off will be center fielder number 7, McKenna Klein Hesselink. Batting second behind the dish, doing the catching, number 1, Emma Barwick. Batting third at shortstop, number 20, Madison Van Meteren. Batting cleanup at second base, number 16, Peyton Lodi. Batting fifth, and the pitcher, number 10, Courtney Decker. Batting sixth at third base, number 19, Malia Klein Hesselink. Batting seventh for the Orebs in right field, number 23, Samantha Notaboom. Batting eighth at first base, number 25, Keely Simonson. And batting ninth in left field, number 4, Claire Johnson. No flex player in the lineup for Sheldon, wearing the black with the orange numbers and trim. On the mound for Okoboji, doing the pitching tonight and batting for herself, number 14, Emma Larson, coming off a very impressive showing on the mound in their first victory yesterday against the Pocahontas area team. 5 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts, and not an earned run given up by Emma Larson. So the junior in the circle, just about set for the first pitch here at about 7:04. She winds and fires, trying to show a bunt and pulling back. That one looks like it tailed outside for ball 1. Got beautiful sunny sky and 80 degrees here tonight. And once again, I'm Mitch Kieran, joined by Tim Soper, providing us a beautiful view of tonight's game. Thank you, Tim.
Doing what I can. We're on YouTube, Facebook, and also the CF video channel. This one bunted to the pitcher. Can she handle it? No, she decides to eat it. It's going to be an infield single.
And McKenna Klein Hesseling might have popped that one up a little bit going back towards the circle, but she got a great jump out of the box. And already we're seeing some speed from Klein Hesselink for the Orebs. As McKenna, that will be her 5th base hit and 13 at-bats, so she's off to a solid start this season. And we got a runner on first now for the catcher, Emma Barwick. Larson winds and fires, showing another bunt, pulling back. Runner will take second base. Klein Hesselink on the first pitch. They show bunt, pull back for strike 1 from Barwick. And Klein Hesselink gets a great jump on that and beats the throw for a stolen base.
Now, what do they call that one, a ball or a strike?
I believe that's strike 1. So now Larson already a runner across the diamond from the batter, Barwick. But she works ahead in the count, 0-1. Here's the second pitch. They show bunt, lay it down this time, and it's hooked foul down the third base side. So a big showing there for Larson to stay in the zone and work well ahead in the count, 0-2. Looks like Barwick here is already a .385 hitter. Off to a good start to her summer as well. 5 base hits and 13 trips to the plate already. See if she can come through behind in the count, 0-2. See if she'll swing away. No outs here, runner on seconds, and third pitch of the at-bat on the way. Swung on and hit in the air to straightaway left field. And they make the grab for out number 1. Camping under that one, Emma Whitrock saw it all the way in. And we got one down for the number 3 hitter for Sheldon, Madison Van Meteren, the shortstop, number 20, a .308 hitter. Still a runner in scoring position for Sheldon. They picked up a victory yesterday, 12-0 over Cherokee. So let's see if they try to keep some of that offensive success rolling in here tonight. Showing bunt on the first pitch, pulling back and right down Broadway, strike 1 taken.
And have a little bit of a stalemate here.
The runner caught affirmatively between the short and third base, and this looks like catcher for Okoboji is just going to have to look her back. That's Amy Martin, the 3 hitter. She's off to a tremendous start to her season. 4-12, 3 doubles. 0-1 count. Van Meteren still showing bunt, pulls back and takes a big swing. Throw to the third base and not in time. Klein Hesselink, a bit of a delayed steal, and she will still take third. It's 0-2 at the plate, but the first run of the game already at third base.
And it was a good throw by Martin. She must just slid a little bit under the tag and got some rearranging of some dirt by third base.
A bang play, and overall good on both ends. Just Klein Hesselink looks to be a threat on the base pass early in this one. Still scoreless, 1 down, 0-2 to Van Meteren. Larson with the pitch. This one driven to right field. Looks like they're camped under it. Going to be a play at the plate. The throw not in time. Klein Hesselink is going to come in to score. And it's a sacrifice fly for out number 2. But the first run of the game scores as Gerke records the second out. Already 1-0 Sheldon.
And there's a little bit of a breeze coming in from right field. Because that one looked a lot better off the bat than the result ended up being.
Yeah, she hit it well enough to bring that run home. So a job well done for Van Meter. And now with 2 down, nobody on base. Sheldon a 1-run lead at their back. The cleanup batter swings at the first pitch, misses. Strike 1. That's Peyton Lodi. As it looks like she is a very solid hitter here. 6 hits and 13 trips to the plate. 5 runs batted in, .462 average for the sophomore Peyton Lodi. She's behind the count 0-1. Larson with the pitch. This one just a dribbler right back towards the circle. From the knees, throw in time. A nice defensive play for out number 3. As we have 1 run scored on 1 base hit. There were no Pioneer errors and no one left on base. Heading up to the bottom of the first now we go. Let's go ahead and meet those starting lineup for the Okoboji Pioneers coming into tonight's contest. 1-6 overall, led by head coach Bailey DeBolt. 0-1 in the Siouxland Conference. Leading things off at third base, right, number 13, Tara Pass. Batting second at shortstop, number 4, Shayla Boschke. Batting third, the catcher, number 11, Amy Martin. The cleanup batter in center field, number 17, Gracie Deercup. Batting fifth, the designated player, number 18, Haley Dodge. She will be hitting for the flex player at first base, number 15, Megan Titterington. Batting sixth out of left field, number 7, Emma Whitrock. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 16, Gwen Gerke, excuse me. Batting eighth, the pitcher, hitting for herself, number 14, Emma Larson. And batting ninth at second base, number 5, Maggie Bergeson. Well, Tim, it was an impressive victory for Okoboji, 12-3 over Pocahontas area. Saw some good things at the plate from Kaylee Parsons, going 3 for 3. A couple of ribbies, as well as Shayla Boschke, 3 RBIs and 3 base hits. But overall, some good stuff we're seeing from these underclassmen batters for Okoboji.
Yeah, and if you look at the years of the grades for Okoboji, only 2 juniors, no seniors. So definitely some youth on this team. Had a big graduating class, and now getting a big win like that can be just what a young team needs to kind of get the ball rolling here. And, you know, with a short season like this, a little 4-week sprint, you're looking for as much momentum as you can get.
Obviously, good things to look forward to in the future, but they want to play in the now. Let's hope Tara Pass can keep things rolling after yesterday's very solid victory over Pocahontas area. She'll take the first pitch, strike at the knees. It's an 0-1 count. Nobody on base. Looks like Pass, a 176 batter, 3 hits and 17 at-bats. Showing bunt in the second pitch. This one grounded right back to the pitcher. She knocks it down. The throw is just in time for out number 1. A very close play at first base. But it looks like the pitcher, Courtney Decker, knocked it down just in time and threw it over to first for a quick out number 1.
Yeah, it was a comeback right to the pitcher, and we've seen a couple of those already in this first inning, as when Sheldon was out the bat, they hit a couple right back to the pitcher.
And we have Shayla Boschke stepping in now, the junior, a .294 hitter, 4 runs batted in, a solid start. Again, one of the few upperclassmen on this team. Nice to see her near the top of the order. She'll take first pitch, strike 1. Hit this one in the air towards shortstop. Already 4 pitches for Courtney Decker and already 2 down.
That's a very good pace to have for a pitcher.
Oh, you're going to like that, just saving the pitches, getting quick outs. Most are going to desire that.
Now, I know pitch count isn't as big a deal in softball because the underhand motion a lot more natural on your arm. So that's why you don't see pitch count limits for high school softball or really any level of softball.
Here's the first pitch as this one gets fouled over the first base dugout from Amy Martin. And she's off to a tremendous start this season. A .412 batting average, 3 doubles. As you're mentioning, Tim, so far only both of these teams have 2 pitchers on the team with innings of work so far this season. It's an 0-1 count for Martin. We have Gracie Deercup out of center field on deck. And already Decker is settling in comfortably here with a 1-run lead at her back, working well ahead in the count, 0-2 to Amy Martin.
I think between foul balls and balls put in play, she hasn't thrown a ball yet. It's all been strikes.
You are correct, sir. It's 0-2. Third pitch of the at-bat, trying to paint the corner outside, not going to get it.
We apologize for that broadcaster's jinx.
Not a bad spot, though, for ball one. Not going to get her chasing. It's still a 1-2 count. And the pitch throws another fastball. This one cut just a little bit too inside. Ball two. We got deuces across the scoreboard. No outs here already. Amy Martin, the 3-hitter, looking for the first Pioneer base hit here tonight. The 2-2 swung on. Nice shot right back up the middle. A diving stop from the second baseman, but she's just going to knock it down. That's an infield single for Amy Martin, already picking up her 8th base hit on the year. She's off to a fast start for the freshman.
That's what you want right there in your number 3 spot, the order. You usually put your best average there, and she came through.
Absolutely. And you usually put the strongest bat in the lineup in the cleanup hole here. And we got Gracie Deercup. Let's see if she can make some productivity, but we got trouble here. Taking second base and stealing second. The base gets kicked up is Amy Martin. She got caught down in a rundown as the catcher threw back to first after the pitch. And rather than heading back to first, she's going to test the arm. And he might have caught him off guard a little bit there.
Yeah, the shortstop wasn't ready to come over and cover that. Now we need to dig out some dirt, because obviously if the base is going to pop out, some dirt got pushed into the placeholder of the base. But
we'll get that worked on here. It's a 1-0 count for Gracie Deercup.
Looks like baseball field. Some pregame preps underway. Got the sprinkler systems going.
Yeah, the fields look nice here. Beautiful night for some baseball and softball between these two Siouxland Conference teams. So far, Deercup, 6 base hits in 12 trips to the plate, 1 home run for the sophomore. So, again, I can't stress the underclassmen. This should spell some good things for the Okoboji Pioneers, and coming off that 12-3, let's see if they can build off that offensive performance here tonight. But for pitching-wise, for Sheldon, it's like Courtney Decker looks to be their top arm, 2-2 overall record, a 3.33 ERA, 31 strikeouts in 21 innings pitched. So far we're seeing some aggressive approaches for Okoboji. They know what they're in for tonight. Decker's gonna attack the batters. So far, good preparation for Amy Martin to get that 2-out single. She now stands on second base after stealing second on a rundown. It's a 1-0 count to Deercup, and we're back underway. Decker winds and fires. It's a swing and a miss. No foul, and
foul ball.
Now they call the foul ball.
I was gonna say, I think I heard 2 contacts, 1 glove, 1 bat.
Well, it's like we had Martin dancing towards third. Not exactly sure. Nope, she couldn't hear the call. So it's 1-1 now to the foul tip. 2 down. And the pitch, this one swung on, and that one driven backwards into the fence. Foul ball for strike 2.
That was more clearly a foul ball.
And again, aggressive pitching from Decker. She is not too far out of the zone. And Okoboji already swinging away early and often in this one. 1-2 the count now. Decker winds up and fires, and this one risen at the letters and taken for strike 3. And Decker's going to leave Martin stranded on second after the lone Pioneer hit there in the bottom of the first. We've played 1 complete from Milford. Scoreboard reads Sheldon 1, Okoboji 0. Top of the second coming up in 30 seconds on ExploreOkoboji.com.
At United Community Bank, we're actively engaged in developing, strengthening, and energizing our communities by investing in people and their hopes and dreams for the future. Let us go to work for you, supporting your goals and helping you succeed. We look forward to being a part of your financial future. United Community Bank, with locations in Milford, Okoboji, Hartley, Ocheyedan, and Lake Park. Member FDIC.
United Community Bank, dedicated to your financial success.
Welcome back to ExploreOkoboji.com, coming to you live from Milford, Iowa. My name is Mitch Kieran, joined tonight by Tim Soper. We played 1 complete here between these two Siouxland teams. It's Sheldon 1, Okoboji 0. Klein Hesselink, the leadoff batter, is able to do a good job leading things off with a single. And then they followed up with her on a sacrifice fly from Van Meteren. We got here thus far. Leading things off will be 5, 6, 7 hitters due up. Courtney Decker, the pitcher, already off to a great start, I would say, at least in a zone on the mound. Making fairly quick work of Okoboji despite getting up the one hit from Martin.
Beautiful night here in Milford, seating all the way around. I even see some people perched up on the football stadium high up there.
And we have seen some great turnouts so far. I think folks are just very happy to get back to some live sports. Larson from the wind of this one. A big swing and a miss there from Decker. Taken for strike one. And Larson going to try to settle back in here, trailing by one. She also had a fairly solid inning of work as well. Tired Sheldon and just 4 hitters. 0-1 is the count and the offering. This time she goes chasing upstairs on the rise and will foul this one onto the football field. And Decker going to have to expand the zone a little bit and try to work with an 0-2 count.
Talking with athletic director Justin Baus beforehand, some of the improvements they're making here at the softball field. One, you can see on your camera the new synthetic fence as the backstop, and they're hoping to expand that throughout the whole field by next year.
Larson winds with the 0-2, and this one, another foul ball from Decker. So already offering at the first 3 pitches, Larson is dished out. But again, some great renovations. We know we had the new football fields, hoping the fence is going to wrap around. Okoboji Athletics are looking very sharp nowadays.
We got the new middle school being built as the backdrop of the softball field.
Very nice. Still an 0-2 count. Larson with the 4th pitch of the at-bat. This one driven to right field. Looks like it might tail foul. And it does. So already 4 big swings from Decker, 3 foul balls. And she's just working, wasting pitches, all that Larson's offering her thus far. Nobody on, nobody out here. The 5th batter, Decker, still leading things off in the top of the 2nd for Sheldon. And this one, trying to paint the corner, not going to get it for ball 1. Larson going low and outside that time.
Didn't miss by too much, though.
Good spot with 2 strikes. And here's the 1-2 pitch. This time just a little bit inside for ball 2. Decker really getting deep in this count, so for the Sheldon hitters, hopefully they're getting their timing down. Like to see that early in the game. So far, both of these pitchers not missing the zone by much. Like to see that. The 2-2 swung on. Another foul ball from Decker. Got to be pushing an 8-pitch at bat. That's got to be the lucky number when you're seeing 8 pitches in the at bat.
My count's correct. This next one will be the 8th pitch.
Very good stuff here. A good battle from Larson and Decker to lead things off here in the top of the 2nd. Still a 2-2 count. And the pitch, this one popped up towards the infield.
What a catch.
And an over-the-shoulder grab. Larson doesn't have to move much, but it looked like a pretty tough play, and Larson pulls through. Decker will pop out to the circle. 1 down, and we go to Malia Klein-Hesselink. So far, just 1 hit in 10 at-bats, looking to getting a little bit of a groove here, still early in the short season. And first pitch right down the pipe, strike 1 taken. Still waiting for the baseball game to get underway. I believe first pitch doesn't come up until around 7:30, I believe. You can still check in on that game on Q102. The 0-1 pitch, and this one fouled straight back, and Larson once again working ahead in another count, 0-2.
And we had Scott Nolte stop by, say hi to us on his way over there. And actually, we got a pretty good view of the scoreboard ourselves, so
yeah,
might have to give him some score updates throughout as well.
Still an 0-2 count here after the foul ball. Larson taking her time and gets her chasing on the rise ball there. Swing and a miss. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and there's 2 down.
Yes, that rise ball, it's tempting for a hitter, especially at 0-2 when you got to protect. It's just something about it. I mean, you could probably say you played a lot of baseball all the way through college. What is it about that high strike or even high ball that just is so tempting to hit?
Oh, I will tell you exactly why in a moment here. First pitch right down Broadway, taken for strike one to Samantha Notaboom. But, Tim, now when you get that pitch on that high plane, it's a lot easier to hit it deep to the outfield. But then again, it's a lot tougher to get on plane as well. Got to rise up. Ultimately, you're either going to swing and a miss or pop out more times than not. But then again, softball, you're going to see them a lot more on the rise as that pitch misses ball one. Well, that time Larson executes with 2 strikes. Still 2 down, nobody on base. Let's see if Samantha Notaboom can get things going for the Orbs with 2 down. It's a 1-1 count. This one grounded right towards the third base side. The throw, and a little off target. It's going to get past the first baseman, and Notaboom is going to go into second base on an error from Tarapas on the throw, E5. Doesn't always have to be the prettiest way, but if you grind out an at-bat and find a way on base, all that matters. And now Sheldon has another runner in scoring position, trying to extend their 1-0 lead. At the plate, we got Keely Simonson. This one grounded sharply towards third base side, hooked it foul just by a foot. It's like Simonson, 3 hits, 9 at-bats, a .333 average for the junior.
And these last couple batters, the way they're hitting it towards third, they're ahead of the pitches just a little bit.
See if Larson is mixing up the delivery a little bit. A 1 count. Pitch, this one at the letters and laced foul. So far, Simonson finding the barrel, making great contact, but like you mentioned, just a little out front.
Fans had to spill out of the way of that one.
And they got to disperse quickly, coming in hot.
Looks like everyone's okay. I did see one fan tip over in the lawn chair, but I think we're all good.
Seeing a lot of lawn chairs, too.
Yeah, once you get any leaning anyway, the lawn chair's not going to do you any favors.
Still an 0-2. Here's the third pitch of the at-bat.
Oh, heads up again over there.
Another rise ball. This time got a little bit under it, so we saw a sharply hit ground ball, a line drive screaming straight towards the fans, and this time got a little under it. So far, great contact from this 8-hitter, Simonson. She just got to time it up, try to straighten her out a bit. The fourth pitch of the at-bat coming up, still an 0-2 count. Larson staying in the zone. Another 0-2 offering, and does she offer at it? And they say she does, going down, swing and a miss on a check swing. And strike 3 as Sheldon is going to leave 1 runner on base, no runs on no hits, 1 Okoboji error. And we'll go to the bottom of the second. Pioneers coming up to bat with their 5, 6, 7 hitters up next on ExploreOkoboji.com.
Imagine a surgery with less pain, where it's minimally invasive. You have a faster recovery and you receive better results. At Lakes Regional Healthcare, the only hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery in Northwest Iowa, surgeons provided robotic surgeries for orthopedic, gynecological, and general surgical procedures such as hip and knee replacement, hysterectomies, colon resections, gallbladder removal, hernia repairs, and more. So when you need surgery, look to the only area hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery. Look to Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake.
Welcome back to ExploreOkoboji.com, coming to you live from Milford, Iowa at Okoboji High School. The Pioneers hosting the Orbs of Sheldon High School. My name is Mitch Kieran, joined by Tim Soper. Got a great view tonight, just right behind the plate here at Okoboji's softball field. Leading things off for the Pioneers here in the bottom of the second, we have Haley Dodge, 4 hits in 11 trips to the plate so far. So offensively, Okoboji has found ways to get off to a pretty solid start at the plate. For some of these batters, this is another sophomore with a batting average above 300. She's the 5th batter, the designated player for Titterington at first base, and she'll take this pitch just low for ball 1.
Sounds like PA announcements happening over at the baseball field, so they should be getting started here soon, and we got to keep an eye out, make sure no errant foul ball comes from that way.
This pitch fouled straight towards the first base dugout, and Thanks for reminding me of that, Tim. Now I'm slightly alarmed.
I think you're
Forgot
good.
about that.
You might have protection from the dugout.
Yeah. Can't ask for a much better spot. Doesn't even feel like 80 degrees. This nice breeze here. Beautiful summer night for softball. 1-1. And this one misses high for ball 2. Courtney Decker, the Orab pitcher, doing a good job making quick work of the Pioneers bats back in the bottom of the first. She only needed 4 pitches to get the first 2 outs, and here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Dodge chases that time for strike 2.
No, I brought out the sunglasses for the game tonight, but haven't really worn them with how much shade we're in right now.
We are in a perfect spot right here. 2-2 the count. Let's see if Dodge can battle back. This pitch on the inner half of the plate taken, and the punch out for strike 3 and out number 1. That's back-to-back strikeouts for Decker. So we're 1 down here. Go to the 6th batter and left fielder number 7, Emma Whitrock. Again, Okoboji 1-6 overall, Sheldon 2-2. Both of them 0-1 in conference. First pitch swung on, fouled straight back. Looks like we got West Lyon off to a good start for softball. 4-0 overall, 2-0 in conference. MOC Floyd Valley right behind them, 3-2 overall, 1-0 in the Siouxland. And Boynton Hole Rock Valley in third, 2-1 in conference and overall. As well as Sioux Center 4-1. Those teams off to a good start. Sheldon winning their first and their most recent, losing 2 in the middle there to Boynton Hole Rock Valley and West Lyon. That pitch sails over the catcher for ball 1. A 1-1 count to tie it back up.
Sounds like baseball having a senior night ceremony over there.
As this one fouled straight back.
Oh, that one made its way into the Okoboji dugout.
On a ricochet. And watch out, it's a 1-2 count now. It feels a little early in the season for a senior night, but then again, it is late June. Still kind of hard to believe that.
And I remember looking, especially at the Okoboji baseball schedule, home heavy to start. Now we got some road games later.
1-2 from Decker. Oh, and look at that off speed. Came in a little soft, and then it broke a lot.
Yeah, the batter had no chance of reacting to that. They're sitting fastball, and once it was released, you just got to hope it's not a strike.
It looks like she got froze a little bit there. 2-2, and the pitch comes in hard this time, and back-to-back looking strikeouts. Decker's retired the past 3 on strikeouts, so that's 2 down now, and we'll go to Gwen Gerke. So again, a good mix of the pitches. You show that off speed, and then you come in hard with the fastball.
Yeah, then you just have the batter guessing, and that's what you saw there. Strikeout looking. That one just inside for ball 1.
So Decker again. And very solid, a very solid pitcher for Sheldon. Had that 2-2 record, both of their wins thus far. A 3.33 ERA, 31 Ks and 21 innings pitched. So this is a consistent pitcher, as that one goes at the letters taken for strike 1. For Gerke, the batter, 2 base hits and 16 at-bats. Just trying to get back in a groove here. See if she can make something happen with 2 down. The 1-1, this one, chopped foul straight back, and once again, Decker works ahead in another at-bat. 1 ball to 2 strikes. And for both of these teams, Okoboji will be taking on Sioux Center on the road. They're 4-1 overall. That's tomorrow. Then on Saturday, they'll be right back here against Creighton-Jotaro Ruth Van Ayrshire, 5-1. Very solid start to their softball season. And this time, they're going to check. And that looked like a good pitch, but still they're going to say she offered for strike 3 and out number 3. So Courtney Decker strikes out the side, and they all go down looking. So Decker's starting to get in a zone out there in the circle for Sheldon as the Orbs are coming up to bat in the top of the 3rd. Still leading Okoboji 1-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds on ExploreOkoboji.com.
I didn't know what I wanted to do.
I have big dreams for the future. And Iowa Lakes gave me the perfect start.
I'm busy, but Iowa Lakes fits.
Some days are way harder than others.
But every day,
I'm having fun.
I'm learning.
I'm building lifelong friendships.
And I'm gaining experience.
Your future?
Your future.
Your future starts at Iowa Lakes.
Welcome back to Explore Okoboji.com, coming to you live from Okoboji High School in Milford. We're in the Siouxland Conference tonight, as we got Okoboji in the field now in the gray and maroon, Sheldon in the black and orange. Top of the third, the Orbs are coming up to bat. 9 and then 1-2 due up. Leading things off with the left fielder, number 4, Claire Johnson. And right now we're seeing some solid work from the pitchers. Sheldon was able to get their leadoff batter, McKenna Klein-Hesselink, on a single and coming around on a couple stolen bases to score. Both teams with just one hit thus far. And Courtney Decker, the Sheldon pitcher, Tim, as we just saw, striking out the past 4 hitters she's faced. She's starting to settle in very nicely. This first pitch taken high, ball 1.
Now, if you're Okoboji on defense, you got to wait out that storm. You want to have good defensive innings yourself, especially when the bats aren't going. You want to just stick around.
Got to stay with it. Can't let the team get too much of a momentum. A 1-0. This one ripped into left center. It's down. And there's another base hit for Sheldon as the Nighthare Johnson tries to stretch into a double, and she does. They don't get the relay in time. Very heads-up base running so far we've seen from Sheldon. As we've seen Klein-Hesselink earlier with the 2 stolen bases, and E5 had Notaboom taking second base, and that time Johnson stretched his single into a double.
And again, we have dislodged second base, so we'll have to go fix that.
Yeah, that's the second time we've seen that bag just get kicked up, so I might need to dig a little further. At the top of the order, due up once again, McKenna Klein-Hesselink. She led things off as the aforementioned. That infield single bunt for a hit. Stole second and third and came around to score on a sacrifice fly. So now with a runner on second base, top of the order due up. Got to start to really anticipate where you're going with the play if you're the Okoboji defense.
Looks like we should be good to go.
Yep, a couple kicks, and there we go, Klein-Hesselink. Step back in. Now has a 385 average, 5 hits and 13 trips to the plate. Second baseman's going to come way in, anticipating a bunt. We see third base side in as well. Shows a drag bunt. Right back to the circle. Larson picks it up and not in time. Klein-Hesselink just too fast. And Johnson will take third as well. And already 2 for 2, Klein-Hesselink has to be a master of the bunt. And a drag bunt at that.
Oh, and she made it to second on the play, too. No one was covering.
That is just heads-up base running on Sheldon.
I wasn't even looking. I was like, oh, she's at
fooled
second.
me too. That is incredible. Do you mark that a double?
I'll think about that for a little bit.
They're going to show bunt and a fake bunt and a swing and a foul tip right back to the umpire. 0-1 count, so Larson going to work back ahead, but she's in trouble. 2 ducks are on the pond for Emma Barwick. Flew out to left field, so she can put a charge into a ball. Barwick, a 385 hitter coming into this game. Got to be careful. How are you going to approach this? 0-1, Larson works ahead. This time they show bunt. It's going to be fair. Third base side. Flip to the plate, not in time. And we have runners at first and second now. They're going to take it again, even with the center fielder, Deer Cup, coming in to cover the bag. Another bunt, and they still just trade places out there. Johnson will come in to score. Klein-Hesselink easily takes third, and now Barwick. She was dancing around after first base and stretched in.
I would call them all singles and then go to second on the throw.
That is fair. That's what it looked like there. They just weren't looking to see a Deer Cup was at second. No throw. So same situation here. No down. 2 runners on second and third for Madison Van Meteren. She came through one time with a runner on third. Sack fly for an RBI. This time she'll take ball 1. Low and inside. Very heads-up base running for Sheldon as they now lead 2-0. It's a 1-0 count. Larson in the circle. Second pitch, and she's going to get her on the shoulder.
She just wore it.
Didn't have to move an inch, and that'll set him up for Peyton Lodi. A very solid bat here in the order for Sheldon. Again, 5 runs batted in. Leads the team in the batting average at .462.
And she's got plenty of potential RBIs out there right now.
See if she comes through or if Okoboji still working hard for their first out here in the top of the third. First pitch at the shoulders, taken for ball 1. Looks at the coach at third base, just says stay comfortable, just swing away, but look for your pitch. If you're Sheldon, don't want to give him anything to work with here. You got the bases just juiced, so she's ahead in the count 1-0. Larson with the pitch. This one big swing and a miss that time.
She wanted to unload the bases with that swing.
Just comes up empty-handed that time. 1-1, we even back up in the count. Infield well in here in front of the bases.
Looks like they'll go home first with any grounder.
Third pitch of the at-bat. This one laced into left field. That'll score 1 run, and they're going to hold up Barwick at third. Bases are still loaded, and it's an RBI single for Peyton Lodi. Load him up, and Lodi knocks in 1. So Klein Hesselink comes in to score. It's now a 3-0 ball game for Sheldon. And Okoboji definitely starting to get into some trouble here. They still need to find a way to get out number 1.
I think that's the key right now. Focused 1 out at a time right now.
And we know where they're going. Infield's in. And try to limit the damage. Try to get that play at the plate this time. Another shoulder high pitch to Courtney Decker. Missing ball 1. Emma Larson just still trying to stay level-headed out there with the bases loaded. Still no outs.
You can tell her, or you can hear her dugout telling her just relax.
And you don't want to have too many mental bricks in the game of softball or baseball. This time missing just inside for ball 2, so she's not missing too far off the mark.
Martin trying to sell it to the umpire a little bit.
Not bad on the frame either. 2-0, but a hitter's count for Decker. Popped out to Larson last time. And she's got a hitter's count now. The 2-0 offering, swung on, grounded to the shortstop, gets past Boschke into left field. They're going to hold another runner up at third. This time Barwick will come in to score, and we have another RBI single as Decker shoots a grounder into left field to bring home Barwick. Now 4-0 for Sheldon. We're going to have an infield meeting at the circle.
So you have 5 hits so far this inning?
Indeed we do.
Okay. Just making sure my math was correct.
We started things off with a double from Claire Johnson, followed by 2 consecutive singles from Klein Hesselink and Barwick. Van Meteren wore one off the shoulder, and back-to-back RBI singles from Lodi and Decker.
No errors so far for Okoboji. It's just Sheldon's doing a simple hit it where they ain't.
Yeah, both of these teams, Tim, have some very solid hitters throughout the lineup looking at their numbers. So we know that they could come through when asked to. It's just a matter of who. But right now, Sheldon, they're starting to get in a groove at the plate now. And we're going to see what that talk from Coach DeBoltz. That could turn the tide a little bit here. It's 4-0 for Sheldon. First pitch this time to Malia Klein Hesselink. Misses high, ball 1. Looking for a little redemption now. Struck out back in the second. Base is still loaded. And the 1-0 offering. This one goes up high and gets another base hit past Boschke. They're going to wave the runner
all the way to
around
the fence.
third. And another run comes home. And they're going to clear the bases. An RBI double. The throw gets past Martin. Runner at the plate. And they just get her out on the tag. So Malia Klein Hesselink has a 3 RBI double. And they finally get the play at the plate. Klein Hesselink tried to stretch it to touch them all. Not going to get it thrown out at the plate.
I would call it a hit and an error based on
the throw,
left field. Yep.
The throw on the relay got past Martin. That allowed her to take third base. They tried to send her.
So you're giving an error to the throw. Do you give an error that it got past the left fielder as well? Because it got all the way to the fence, past the left fielder.
I'm not sure if that's officially ruled an error, and trust me as an outfielder, I think I've gotten away with a couple of those too. But
so we'll just call it one error on that play?
One error on the throw. It's 7-0 Sheldon with one down now, and still trying to make something happen. Samantha Notaboom gets a foul tip straight back, so now we don't have any runners on the base. Play at first for Okoboji.
But blink, and it's 7-0.
No kidding. On just a ground ball to score all three of those runs. That is still a big at-bat from Malia Klein-Hesselink. Rolling that one a double. The 0-1, this one grounded towards the second base side. And they make the play for out number 2. Looks like Maggie Bergeson had to come in a little hard on that one, then just flip to the bag. But still good hustle from Notaboom for out number 2. Now go to Keely Simonson. She's also looking for a little redemption here. Went down swinging, but she had a very good at-bat. She was fouling off a lot of pitches, and they were hit pretty well. With 2 down, still no runners on. This one called at the letters, strike 1 on a rise ball.
I'm looking at your score sheet, 9th batter of the inning for Sheldon.
Yeah, they're going to see all of them. Johnson got things started on deck, doubling in her first trip. Let's see if Simonson brings her back up. The 0-1. The pitch, this one, grounded to the third base side. And it looks like it get kicked away from Pass. Tried to come in on it. I think we're going to have to rule that one an E5. So we will bat through the order
and
here
mess
in
up
the
your
top
score
of the third. So that'll bring Johnson back up, runner on first, 2 down. Big swing and a miss that time. Larson had a good break on that ball. Strike 1. So far, 6 base hits this inning for Sheldon. Well, they really got in a rhythm and fast. And like you mentioned, blinking at 7-0. 0-1. This one hit in the air towards right center field. Trying to track it down and out of the mitt from the right fielder, Gwen Gerke. That's going to leave runners on second and third, and there's back-to-back Okoboji errors.
That one was high hit, so plenty of time to get underneath it, but just could not bring it into the glove.
And tried to make the grab on the run. Couldn't soften up the hands enough, and now we have dangerous offensive threat, McKenna Klein-Hesselink. We've seen a couple of bunts and good set of wheels on her. She can certainly run, beat out 2 infield singles on some drag bunts. This first pitch tries to get a head start running forward. This is going to miss, ball 1.
And with 2 outs, she's going to take more of the slap hit style. Think Ishiro, where she's going to get a running start and on her way to first by the time she hits it.
And the 1-0 this time, just getting by her. Strike 1 on the swing and a miss. And when you can have a leadoff batter in the sport of softball, do that approach well, it could be very effective creating runs on any time they could reach, anytime they step in the box. The 1-1 infield still in. Go back to a slap hit. She'll hold off. Outside, ball 2.
And a lot of times I've seen it where there's chances are this leadoff batter that's speedy may not even be left-handed, but because of the extra feet you get towards first, they'll still throw you in the left-handed batter's box, and you'll learn how to slap hit.
That's where you get your momentum moving forward. It's just like the infield's got to be righties. But this one going to miss high, ball 3, so Larson trying to settle back in the zone now. 3 balls to 1 strike. 2 down, runners on second and third. Sheldon still holding on to a 7-0 lead. See how Okoboji will answer back. The bottom of the third, right around the corner here. Hitters count for Klein-Hesselink. She could still be picky, but she sees one she likes and swings through it for strike 2.
And with the slap hit style, you obviously got a little less time to decide if you're going to swing or not, but that one would have been a strike either way, so now full count.
She's still alive here. Base hit, ball 4 approach, and like you mentioned, you have that very small window on whether to pull the trigger or not. You're going to offer. Here's the 3-2, the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. And they will finally get out of this one. Again, 6-run score on 6 base hits, 2 Okoboji errors, and 2 runners left on base. We've played 2.5 here from Milford. It's Sheldon 7, Okoboji 0. Pioneers got to find a way to answer back offensively with their 8-9-1 hitters coming up to bat in the bottom of the third right after this on ExploreOkoboji.com.
You paying too much for internet service? It's time to cut the wires, cut the charges. IGL Teleconnect is your local internet provider. No contracts, no hidden fees, no equipment rental, and no confusing packages for just $40 a month. IGL Teleconnect, we put you first.
At Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative, we are member-owned. That means everyone who gets their power from Iowa Lakes is also an owner. That's the cooperative difference.
The power is yours at your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
And welcome back to Milford at Okoboji High School, the site of tonight's Siouxland Conference battle between the Okoboji Pioneers and the Sheldon Orbs. We played 2.5, and Sheldon really took command of this one this past half inning. 6 hits and a couple of errors, good for 6 runs, as well as 1 hit batter in there. So they batted through the order. And now, when you flop sides here, Okoboji still has to try to find the answer to Courtney Decker, who has struck out the past 4 batters she's faced.
Yeah, and Sheldon really took advantage the second time through the lineup, using the notes they kind of took first time. Okoboji looking to do that, but still got a couple first-timers here. That one thrown over the head of Larson, so she's going to duck out of the way of that.
She was trying to tease a bunt that time. Instead, sails to the backstop, ball 1. So, like you mentioned, that's very important for a batter to make those adjustments and just to pay attention when they're watching other at-bats. This time, Larson tries to show a quick bunt and going to get it foul to the left side, ball 1.
And she may be another case where you saw her in the field. She pitches right-handed, but she's standing in that left-handed batter's box looking to get that head start.
And we got the corners of the infield in. Shortstop starting to come a little in as well. So it's going to be a quick play at the plate, and another pitch from Decker. Looks like maybe some sweat. It just, again, slipped right through her grasp, and it's ball 2. So Decker just trying to settle back in. She's got a comfortable 7-run lead for Sheldon, and now she's just trying to. She had quite a half inning off as Larson pops another bunt up into the backstop for strike 2.
Now we'll see what she does here. If bunting will still be the strategy, or if she's going to be swinging away.
And for Larson as a batter, 3 hits in 16 at-bats. We'll have to see what she goes for the approach here. Gotta think swing away with 2 strikes, but we've seen more bunts often than not with 2 strikes. So this time she will hold off on strike 3. So Decker had a couple of balls miss well off the map that time, but settled back in and worked back to strike out her 5th straight hitter faced, 4th looking. We'll now go to Maggie Bergeson for Okoboji. This one just fouled straight back to the catcher, strike 1. Bergeson 2 hits in 14 at-bats. Looks to be the other pitcher for Okoboji.
That was the case where Riseball worked in the favor of the defense because she was bunting the whole way, and you want to get on top of a bunt, obviously. And it kind of chased her up, and she chopped it down right on the plate.
Yeah, those high pitches, it's that much more difficult to get on plane with it as well. This time, this one just rides a little bit inside at the belt, ball 1. It's like baseball.
Scoreless after 1.
It's like Okoboji coming back out to the field over there. 1-1. Big swing and a miss. Not missing by much. Bergeson takes a hack for strike 2. 1-2 count now. Top of the order on deck. Still just a lone base hit back in the first from Amy Martin. Okoboji trying to get back on the sticks. Here's the 1-2 pitch in this one. Another one just sails back to the fence. And again, it's just coming right out of the grip. Right out of the release from Decker. But she's still not, still on paper, it's looking very dominant for her so far. Only giving up the 1 base hit, and that's the lone base runner so far for Okoboji. Martin back in the first. Here's the 2-2 offering. This one just a little bit inside, ball 3. Working a full count, Maggie Bergeson, her first at-bat tonight.
I believe top of the order coming up for Okoboji.
Yeah, to see Tara Pass on deck. We have Shayla Boschke in the hole. Decker with the payoff pitch. This one swung on, fouled straight back. Got a good battle now. Still 3-2 here. 7-0. Okoboji taking on Sioux Center tomorrow at Sioux Center. Then this Saturday against Granger Terrell Ruth Van Aerscher. We'll take a look at the Sheldon feature schedule coming up. Another payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 6 consecutive strikeouts. And that's 6 strikeouts in the first 9 hitters faced. Pass coming back to bat. And all of this is the last game of this week for Sheldon. The future schedule, they have MOC Floyd Valley at Sheldon on the 29th. Then on Wednesday, July the 1st, they're at Sioux Center. This one popped up and foul from Pass the batter. Then on next Thursday, July the 2nd, they're at 4-0 West Lyon.
That is an unsettling feeling when you see the ball and everyone's looking at you, but you don't see the ball. Especially on a foul ball. It's like, I hope this fence is high enough.
And that caught me looking at my notes here.
I went down to look at the computer quick, and then I heard the foul ball, and everyone's looking my way. I'm like, uh-oh.
You got to protect the equipment. I heard us saying once your body will heal, but the equipment will not. As we got a baseball foul ball coming in here.
Okay.
That's you mentioned that one earlier, Tim.
I missed that one coming in.
And I completely forgot about the potential baseball foul balls. Now we got a whole other matter to worry about. Count's tied up at 1-1. Decker winds and fires with 2 down. Pass lines this one down the first base side. And they're going to tag her out on her way to the bag. So Pass will be retired solely by the first baseman. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Courtney Decker in the circle for Sheldon. We played 3 completes. There were no runs on no base hits, no errors in the bottom of the 3rd. Top of the 4th coming up. Sheldon coming off a big 3rd inning. They have their 2-3-4, the heart of their lineup, coming up in 30 seconds on ExploreOkoboji.com.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm and Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
The Hut Bar and Grill in Arnold Park is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, and breakfast is served Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnold Park.
Welcome back to ExploreOkoboji.com, coming to you live from Milford. My name is Mitch Kieran, joined by Tim Soper. Big thanks to Tim for manning the broadcast and the camera work tonight. It's Sheldon leading 7-0, stepping in with Emma Barwick leading things off. And Tim, a big top of the 3rd for them last time around. 6 base hits resulting in 6 runs, plus a few Okoboji errors.
Yeah, and they're looking to continue that momentum as just everyone seemed to be just on Larson's pitches, and hopefully Larson, able to get the half inning off, can settle in here.
First offering to Barwick, pulls back on a bunt. This one misses high, ball 1. You mentioned they were just in on those pitches as well. They just seem locked in on the heads-up base running. They're finding the barrel on a lot of these pitches. They just really seem locked in here tonight. It's a 1-0 count. The high ball from Larson. Emma Barwick stepping in 1 for 2, 1 run scored. And this one, good framework from Martin, but no dice. It's ball 2. Missing a little high once again from Larson in the circle. Two-0 hitters count for the catcher, Emma Barwick. 3rd pitch of the at-bat, swung on, hit the air towards left field. And Deercup makes the nice grab on the run for out number 1. Try to pull you our future broadcasts in a moment here. Madison Van Meeteren going to step in.
I know this is it for this week, and then we have some more next week. And hard to believe after this week, we're halfway through the softball schedule.
That is a little hard to believe, as this first pitch on Van Meeteren inside on the inside part of the plate taken for strike 1. She's 0 for 0 thus far. 1 run batted in. Also reached on a hit by pitch.
I guess I could also say 2 weeks left of baseball, too, because got both postseasons starting around the same time, around, I think, July 11th is kind of some first-round matchups in baseball.
Yeah, it certainly is a little hard to believe, but we're just lucky to be out here having fun playing these games, and for these kids representing their schools once again, it's a great feeling. It's a 1-1 count to Van Meteren. This one swung on, hit into the mitt of Boschke, popped her up at shortstop. Couldn't see how well hit that was, but
had a lot of backspin, so it stayed in the infield, and Boschke able to get the glove up and put away the second out.
All right, so 2 quick outs, a quick turnaround for Emma Larson here in the circle. 2 hitters face, already 2 down. We got Peyton Lodi up now. 1 for 2 at an RBI single her last time up. And popped her up again. Could Deer Cup make the play? And she's going to in foul territory. A 1-2-3 inning for Emma Larson. Good turnaround here for Okoboji as we will quickly head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Pioneers coming to bat with the heart of their lineup coming up. Boschke, Martin, and Deer Cup. 2-3-4 due up. It's still 7-0 Sheldon heading into the bottom of the 4th on ExploreOkoboji.com.
Mean to be on a team. It means other people are depending on you. That's why the Bank Midwest team supports student athletes, because we know being part of a team teaches you a lot. So good luck to your team from ours. Bank Midwest. Member FDIC.
For the best window and door solutions for your next project, choose superior quality to enhance the character of your home. Choose Marvin. Visit your local Marvin dealer. Consumer Lumber in Spirit Lake, Spencer, and Lake Park. Locally owned and operated since 1906.
We're back here on ExploreOkoboji.com. My name is Mitch Kieran, joined with Tim Soper tonight on the broadcast of Siouxland Conference Softball. Okoboji coming up to bat, trying to chip away at a 7-0 lead for Sheldon. Shayla Boschke, the number 2 batter for the Pioneers, set to lead things off. Next week, which you can find our broadcast schedule at any time right here under the sports page at ExploreOkoboji.com. We have Spirit Lake at Esterville Lincoln Central on KUOO. That's softball at 7 o'clock Monday night. Over on Q102 Monday night, first pitch at 7:30. We have South O'Brien and Hartley Melvin Sanborn for baseball on Q102. On Tuesday, a video stream of Gretchen Jotero, Ruth Van Aerscher at Hartley Melvin Sanborn for some softball action at 7 o'clock Tuesday night. Boschke swings at the first pitch for strike 1. Also Tuesday nights, softball on Q102, Harris Lake Park at Sibley Cheaton. Wednesday, we have Okoboji softball again on Q102 at Sibley Cheaton. Second pitch in there for strike 2. Decker quickly working ahead, 0-2. And next Thursday, Cherokee at Spirit Lake, 7:30 on KUOO for baseball. Again, find the entire broadcast schedule for the week coming up at ExploreOkoboji.com.
Yeah, go ahead.
0-2 here for Boschke. Decker quickly wasting a little time here. That one misses, ball 1.
I was going to say, when you click on that sports broadcast schedule, we kind of highlight what this week is, but then there's a little link where you can see our full schedule of what's coming up, and obviously summer weather is subject to change. But so far, weather's been pretty nice to us. Only one night where we've run into some rain.
Oh, yeah. And again, Tim, you mentioned it's hard to believe at the end of this week, we're almost pretty much considered halfway done with the regular season of baseball and softball. That last pitch from Boschke popped up in foul territory. A layout effort from Barwick, not going to get it, but Decker working ahead 1-2, another foul ball up and out of play. So a tough at bat for Shayla Boschke, looking for her first base hit tonight. She lined out to the shortstop. Number 20, Madison Van Meteren, back in the first. Decker still trying to get back in the zone here. Much quicker half inning of rest for her. 1-2, this one low, ball 2 taken. Also, don't forget, if you missed out on any of the video highlights from any of our past broadcasts, we do have a archive of all of our past video streams. The 2-2, and this one high, ball 3, so Boschke working back in this count to work it full. Good battle now between her and Decker, the pitcher.
And with this video stream, we're kind of working out some of the other things we can do with it. We try to go live on Facebook and on YouTube when we can, and obviously gets archived there as well.
Payoff pitch, fouled away. And we're getting deep in this at-bat here for Shayla Boschke, so she's seeing a lot of pitches. And now she's just trying to capitalize, try to get the timing down. Base hit, ball four approach here. Still nobody on, nobody out. Boschke, the number 2 batter, leading off for Okoboji here in the bottom of the 4th. Payoff pitch, another foul ball.
The way these foul balls are being hit, did you bring your glove tonight?
Got in my car if you want to go track it down. Unless we got to be near 10 pitches in this at-bat. Boschke continues to just waste them with 2 strikes.
I know, I don't really need to click anything. It's full count, can't move anymore.
And she sees it's close, and here it is. Low and inside, and Boschke outlasts Decker. Great battle. But that's ball 4, and Boschke will get on base for the first time tonight. That's the second base runner for Okoboji. The first is the batter right now, Emma Martin. 1 for 1 with a single. She also stole second back in the first. So now with no outs here, Okoboji trying to make something happen offensively. This one grounded right at the first baseman. And Martin going to be quickly tagged out for out number 1. Boschke able to take second. That was a sharply hit ball, but
first baseman was playing up, expecting a bunt. She was about 3/4 of the way in. Now she's still there, even with the runner on second.
Simonson able to knock it down, though. Very impressive stuff. We'll go to Gracie Deercup, looking for a little redemption. Struck out, but this pitch gets away from Decker again, and this time with a runner on second. And that comes back to Koster, as Boschke will easily take third. Now Okoboji's first run of the game on third base for Gracie Deercup. Big opportunity for her to bring home the first run for the Pioneers. Decker with the 1-0 pitch, and Deercup swings on this one. Strike one, might have gotten a piece of it. Boschke remains at third, 1 down, 1-1 count. Again, a Deercup, just a sophomore already coming into this game with a 500 average. Went yard once already this year. 1-1 offering, just a foul tip once again, and still Okoboji facing a very solid pitcher tonight in Courtney Decker.
Looks like second inning ending over on baseball, still scoreless.
The 1-2 offering, and this one hit into right field. It's going to be an RBI single for Deercup. Ground ball to the right side. That was easily going to score Boschke. And Deercup got a good piece of the bat on it. Sends it into right field. Nice piece of hitting there with 2 strikes.
Still only 1 out. All sometimes you need when you're behind is that 1 run, and hopefully Okoboji can find some more here.
Yeah, just got to keep chipping away now, and this is the second time through the order. Let's see if they can put the pieces together at the plate. As Dodge takes the first pitch strike, and again, Tim, 4 through 9 first time up, all went down on strikeouts. So they're looking for big redemption now. Let's hope they're able to make those adjustments in the middle of the game, which is a lot easier said than done. 0-1 to Dodge, and a late swing and a foul tip. A little indecisive, but I think she knew it was going to be a strike, so it's 0-2 again for the designated player, Haley Dodge. Still Deercup on first after bringing home Boschke, make it 7-1. Still Sheldon ahead by 6. Third pitch of the at-bat, grounded right back to the pitcher. Decker to second. Van Meter into first, and they turn 2. And, oh, this does not look good. I think Deercup, and she's down at second. Looks to be hurt. We're going to take a quick break here heading into the top of the 5th. It's 7-1 Sheldon, after Okoboji able to get 1 run on 1 base hit and 1 walk. We'll be back shortly on ExploreOkoboji.com.
Doctors Norland and Cornwall and the entire staff of the Eye Care Center would like to remind athletes to do your best and have a great season. When you have eye care needs, visit the Eye Care Center just north of the hospital in Spirit Lake. The Eye Care Center is proud to offer you professional service and personal care for all your eye care needs. The Eye Care Center has a large selection of quality eyeglass frames in the most up-to-date styles. Call today to make an appointment with the professionals at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake.
Imagine a surgery with less pain, where it's minimally invasive. You have a faster recovery and you receive better results. At Lakes Regional Healthcare, the only hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery in Northwest Iowa, surgeons provided robotic surgeries for orthopedic, gynecological, and general surgical procedures such as hip and knee replacement, hysterectomies, colon resections, gallbladder removal, hernia repairs, and more. So when you need surgery, look to the only area hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery. Look to Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake.
What does it mean to be on a team? It means other people are depending on you. That's why the Bank Midwest team supports student athletes, because we know being part of a team teaches you a lot. So good luck to your team from ours. Bank Midwest, member FDIC.
For the best window and door solutions for your next project, choose superior quality to enhance the character of your home. Choose Marvin. Visit your local Marvin dealer. Consumer Lumber in Spirit Lake, Spencer, and Lake Park. Locally owned and operated since 1906.
Are you paying too much for internet service? It's time to cut the wires, cut the charges. IGL Teleconnect is your local internet provider. No contracts, no hidden fees, no equipment rental, and no confusing packages for just $40 a month. IGL Teleconnect, we put you first.
At Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative, we are member-owned. That means everyone who gets their power from Iowa Lakes is also an owner. That's the cooperative difference.
The power is yours at your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Northwest Iowa bone, joint, and sports surgeons have been providing excellent care to the community for the past 40 years. Their team offers specialized care, including sports medicine, as well as in-house physical therapy. Exceptional, dependable, local. Visit NWIAbone.com.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm in Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
At United Community Bank, we're actively engaged in developing, strengthening, and energizing our communities by investing in people and their hopes and dreams for the future. Let us go to work for you, supporting your goals and helping you succeed. We look forward to being a part of your financial future. United Community Bank, with locations in Milford, Okoboji, Hartley, Ocheyedan, and Lake Park. Member FDIC.
United Community Bank, dedicated to your financial success.
Doctors Norland and Cornwall and the entire staff of the Eye Care Center would like to remind athletes to do your best and have a great season. When you have eye care needs, visit the Eye Care Center just north of the hospital in Spirit Lake. The Eye Care Center is proud to offer you professional service and personal care for all your eye care needs. The Eye Care Center has a large selection of quality eyeglass frames in the most up-to-date styles. Call today to make an appointment with the professionals at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake.
And welcome back to ExploreOkoboji.com, coming to you live tonight from Okoboji High School in Milford, Iowa. My name is Mitch Kieran, joined by Tim Soper. After the bottom of the fourth, we had one run scored on a walk and an RBI single from Gracie Deercup, and it was kind of a very tough play to end the inning on a double play, but Deercup looked to be shaken up on the throw. Might have caught something on the follow-through on the throw from Van Meteren. And a substitution, Shayla Boschke going to be in center field. And we have a new player in a shortstop, Kaylee Parsons. So we certainly hope Gracie Deercup looks to be okay after getting shaken up on the double play.
And with high school rules, if she's able to kind of feel okay to play later in the game, she can re-enter. But right now, new shortstop and new center fielder for the Pioneers.
Yeah, with that the facial injury, it might be a little tricky. All of them could be different, but obviously just hoping for the best. But if you can re-enter, that would just be fantastic, especially after coming through at the plate to give Okoboji their first run. It's 7-1. We have the fifth batter up now for Sheldon. Courtney Decker leading things off. She's pitching a very solid game for the Oribs.
1-1 count so far to her.
Stepping in 1 for 2. Also had an RBI single last time up. 2-0. Popped her up to the circle. Larson makes the grab on the run. Nice defensive play for out number 1. And coming through on a 2-0 count, that is a big pitch there for Emma Larson. Second time Decker pops out to the circle. Over still scoreless, yes, over in the top of the third inning for baseball. Still 7-1 over here. The batter, Malia Klein-Hesselink, will take ball one. Malia, a big RBI, 3 RBI double her last time up in the third inning, which was where Sheldon really blew things open in this contest to get a very comfortable lead. Top of the fifth, one down. Here's the 1-0 offering in the dirt, ball 2. 2-0 count now for Emma Larson. Malia Klein-Hesselink, that double, a grounder that reached all the way to the fence in left field. Going to get some stoppage.
I think we're going to put the photographer somewhere better.
He'll be heading a
little further down third baseline.
Not sure, maybe a foul ball hooked, maybe not given enough time to react. Not sure what the explanation, but I'm sure it's a fair one. It's a 2-0 count here to Klein-Hesselink. She'll take this pitch, ball 3. High despite Martin trying to frame it. And a 3-0 count now. She could be picky. Let's see if she's got the green light. Or just get the timing down. Typically what to do with a 3-0 count. Fourth pitch of the at-bat, and in there for strike one, get me over on a fastball. Still a 3-1 hitters count for Klein-Hesselink. She could be picky with a base hit, ball 4 approach. She's going to take a swing. She ought to be looking for one pitch to drive here. 3-1 for Larson. In there, strike 2, and she battles back to work the count full after starting it out 3-0. And a big payoff pitch here. We'll work the count full, 1 down, nobody on base. Larson winds, fires, roped past the third baseman into left field, and a hard hit ball for Klein-Hesselink. Malia gets back-to-back base hits on a sharply hit grounder that time with 1 down. It was that rise ball. She timed it up perfectly, just turned on it.
Able to square it up, send it right past the third baseman.
A hard hit ball will now go to Samantha Notaboom. Reaching on an error back in the second. 0 for 2 thus far, also grounded out. 1 down at first pitch, ground to the left side, past the third baseman on a slow roller, and into left field for a base hit, and in comes another baseball on a foul ball. And they're very close in proximity, so I would think that maybe happens more often than not.
Might be tough for a softball to get over there just based on the angle, but
yeah,
baseball fouled back definitely.
Yeah, you got to watch out for those. Back-to-back base hits with 1 down here for Sheldon. Leaves runners on first and second for Keely Simonson. She's had a couple of hard hit balls, but still looking for her first base hit. Reached on an error. Taken strike 1 as Klein-Hesselink dances around at second base, not drawing a throw. 0-1 count, 1 down still here in the top of the fifth. Still the last game of the week for Sheldon. Picking up a victory yesterday against Cherokee, 12-0, so it's safe to say they picked back up where they left off offensively. Now they're just looking to add. 0-1 from Larson. Grounded right past Larson and into center field. Boschke corrals it. Throws the plate, cut off. And it's going to be Keely Simonson coming up with an RBI single to score. Malia Klein-Hesselink from second. That's 3 consecutive base hits now for the Orubs as they increase their lead back to 7. It's 8-1.
I think it was Notaboom at second. Kind of had to do a tumble back into second. I won't call it a slide, but she's still safe.
All that matters to her is that she was safe. 1 down, here's the first pitch to Claire Johnson. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
And this is how Sheldon's big inning a couple innings ago happened. You got a couple hits, just a couple singles, and then eventually they started just kind of playing the carousel around the bases.
And it started right here with Johnson. She led things off with a double and scored. Also had a well-hit ball to right field. but it was dropped, so she reached on an error, was left stranded on second. She'll take the second pitch of the at-bat for strike 2, so Larson trying to limit the damage once again from Sheldon as they still got the timing down, and Sheldon looks to have a very solid offensive unit this summer. Third pitch of the at-bat. Not a bad spot, but just sails a little bit too far inside, taking ball 1. So we're still scoreless, heading to the bottom of the third over on the baseball field between Okoboji and Sheldon.
Now every time we hear music over there, we kind of look over like, oh, what's the change?
A lot easier to look over there than vice versa. 1-2, swung on, grounded, and we're going to have a play. Parsons throws to third.
Oh, the runner at second forgot she had to go.
Yeah, they didn't realize they had the force out, and it was an easy play for Parsons to ultimately get the lead runner out. And we now have 2 down. Johnson reaches on a fielder's choice. Simonson will reach second. Notaboom thrown out at third. And we go back to the top of the order with McKenna Klein Hesselink with 2 down. Infield's in. Let's see if we go for a drag bunt or a slap hit. So far she's 2 for 3.
Setting up for the slap hit, it looks like.
Popped her up in foul territory. And not a good enough communication.
And that one was right between the catcher and third baseman, and not much time to communicate either. Someone just had to kind of go for it.
Yeah, Pass pointed at it, noted it was popped up. Martin couldn't get there quick enough.
I'd say it's probably the third baseman's to get, but it would have been quite the run for her to come get it, too.
Yeah, it's 0-1. Klein Hesselink, nonetheless, with a second chance here. Second life opportunity, second pitch, fouled straight back. And she's going to have to battle back with 2 strikes and 2 straight at-bats. And again, Klein Hesselink also scoring twice, 2 base hits. 2 is the magic number for her tonight, but of course, she'd still like to get her 3rd base hit, already swinging at the first 2 pitches. 0-2 the count, 2 down, runners on first and second. Third offering. And drifts in the other box, taken for ball 1. Still 1-2, Klein Hesselink just trying to shoot it past the infielders. Trying to beat the throw at first. 1-2, popped up and straight back. Another foul ball for Sheldon's leadoff batter.
Okay, that fence is pretty high. I thought that was coming to us, but still had plenty of room to go before it cleared the fence.
Yeah, luckily. So McKenna so far 2 for 3, came into this contest 4 for 12. So she's off to a very solid start to her season through the first 2 weeks. The 5th pitch of the at-bat, another foul ball. An aggressive approach this time for Klein Hesselink. Larson going right after her. Still gotta appreciate Larson still working hard here through 4 2/3 innings pitched.
She's still delivering strikes. She maybe has 1 walk in the game. It's just a lot of good timing by the Sheldon hitters.
I believe just 1 hit batter, actually, so she's hitting her spots. Hesselink sends this one down the line in right field, a well-batted ball. She got on plane that time, but just hooked it foul. But, yeah, she is consistently hitting her spots, Emma Larson. And we are getting into one heck of a battle here. Larson's still giving her stuff to swing at with 2 strikes, and Klein Hesselink just wasting pitches. So good battle. It continues 1-2, and a swing and a miss, and she gets her swinging for the 2nd straight time. And that will end things for Sheldon here in the top half of the 5th. We had 1 run score on 3 base hits. There were no Pioneer errors and 2 runners left on base. Bottom of the 5th coming up, Okoboji with their 6, 7, 8 hitters due up. It's still Sheldon 8, Okoboji 1. We'll be back in 30 seconds on ExploreOkoboji.com.
West Iowa bone, joint, and sports surgeons have been providing excellent care to the community for the past 40 years. Their team offers specialized care, including sports medicine, as well as in-house physical therapy. Exceptional, dependable, local. Visit NWIAbone.com.
Okoboji High School is proud to sponsor all Okoboji students in their activities. Okoboji High School wishes good luck to the Okoboji Pioneers as they work hard all season. Be proud to represent the Okoboji Pioneers in education and activities.
Welcome back to Explore Okoboji.com. My name is Mitch Kieran, joined by Tim Soper, coming to you live from Milford, Iowa, in the Siouxland Conference tonight. We have Okoboji hosting Sheldon. It's still 8-1. Larson did a good job, leaving 2 runners stranded, getting out of another jam. The Oreb still able to score 1 run. Back in the top of the 5th.
Scoreless baseball game behind us as that one's heading into the top of the 4th.
Between Sheldon and Okoboji there as well. Seeing a couple of foul balls come this way. As we have Emma Whitrock leading things off. 6, 7, 8 hitters due up. And all of those hitters looking for a bit of redemption. All of them stepping in 0 for 1 with strikeouts. Emma showing a bunt down the line.
Aww.
Just foul. Almost a picture-perfect bunt to the left side. Just not going to get it. Again, Okoboji will be on the road at Sioux Center tomorrow, taking on the 4-1 Sioux Center softball team. And we got GTRA coming here to take on the Pioneers this Saturday, as this one swung on and grounded to third base. She was in perfect position, and a nice scoop from Simonson, the first baseman. And they collect out number 1 on 2 pitches to retire Emma Whitrock.
If I recall, GTRA and Okoboji faced off this past weekend. They did a little triangular in Terrell, GTRA getting the win then.
Yeah,
they're see him again the second time in a week.
They're off to a very solid start. 5 wins to just 1 loss. This pitch misses for ball 1. To Gwen Gerke, the right fielder. Went down looking back in the second. Again, the standings, it looks like Sheldon in 5th place, Okoboji in 7th amongst the 8 teams in the Siouxland Conference as Gerke battles that pitch away. Popped up out of play, foul for strike 1.
Made for a loud Okoboji dugout.
Again, a beautiful night here in Milford. And we've really gotten lucky with some of the weather. Had a couple of rogue clouds that gave us some sprinkles back on Monday in Spirit Lake. And the Spencer game, that was, this pitch misses ball 2.
I was going to say, Scott had a couple sprinkles in Emmetsburg, but
yeah,
more just to make the papers wet, a little nuisance, but that was about it.
That was coming off the heels of just about a monsoon for a little bit this past Sunday. That one's going into left field on a line drive. Gerke has the 3rd Okoboji base hit of the game. Nice piece of hitting there with 1 down. Gerke reaches first safely.
Now Larson looking to help her own cause.
Again, with how nice it is, Tim, that softball and baseball get to be played here in Iowa this summer. How much nicer we've received some news, MLB returning. So you'll get to see your Twins very shortly, but enjoy them while they last. It's going to go by in a breeze.
And you mentioned my Twins. Well, get to see the rare matchup of Twins and Cardinals 4 times this year as be just playing within your division and then your corresponding other league division.
1-0 pitch in there on the inner high part of the zone, taken for strike 1. But yeah, I really respect them finally pulling through, trying to make it work with all things considered going on with the coronavirus.
And I haven't seen anything officially on it. I'm guessing no fans at these games.
Oh, I believe they will be empty ballparks. This one fouled off into the football field, swung on from Emma Larson, stepping in 0 for 1 with a strikeout. They could do what the South Korean League is doing. They're putting stuffed animals in the bleachers just to provide a nice backdrop instead of empty seats.
You know, I think people were really tuning into that Korean baseball organization as long as they were awake, because they were playing at like 2 in the morning our time as a strikeout again for an Okoboji batter as she continues to mow them down.
Yeah, Courtney Decker pitching one heck of a game here for Sheldon, and she's really just been able to just be comfortable out there in the circle since that 3rd inning when Sheldon really took things over, putting up a 6 spot. And since then, she's just been able to go on cruise control in the driver's seat. This pitch to Bergeson gets foul tipped straight back for strike 1. For one with a strikeout. We now have 2 down. Still a runner on first after Gerke's single into left. Decker taking her time. Second pitch on the way. Bergeson pulls back on a bunt. Runner to second. And they can't connect on the transition from the catch to the tag. Ball comes loose. A good throw from Barwick, but not in time as Gerke steals second.
Good news, second base didn't come loose.
Oh, yeah.
Had a couple times where that base got dislodged. I don't know if it was just a lot of dirt in there, but this time stays put and we're ready to go.
Yeah, they got to try to compact enough dirt underneath, too, so can't easily get underneath it as easily. Another foul ball there from Maggie Bergeson. That's also going to be interesting to see if we'll see the cleanup batter in center fielder Okoboji, Gracie Deercup, re-enter at any point soon. Remember, she went down on a double play. Might have catching a hand from Van Meeteren on a hand on the follow-through of a throw. This one getting a foul tip straight into the mask. Thank goodness she was wearing it. Barwick just takes it straight off the face mask, and it's still a 1-2 count.
Yeah, I heard her say she's okay as she came over to get the foul ball.
Well, good there.
I think she was more just like, okay, where's the softball?
Try to regain focus a little bit. So still scoreless. Bottom of the 4th inning over there on baseball. You can
got a nice pace over there.
Yeah. And move it along swiftly. We're still here in the bottom of the 5th, but nonetheless, you could check up on baseball on Q102 or the free Okoboji radio app as well. You could take that along with our family of stations wherever you need them to go. Another foul ball here. Now drawing a 5-pitch at-bat, Maggie Bergeson, the second baseman, trying to keep things going with the Pioneers standing on second base. So she's still battling with 2 strikes. Good approach at the plate, just trying to get behind one, straighten one out. Another 1-2 offering, another foul ball. So she's battling with 2 strikes.
A lot of long at-bats so far this game.
Yeah, that's something you like to see, just good battles. And so far, Tim, apart from a few pitches from Decker, and again, this isn't anything too bad, we have seen these pitchers, both Larson and Decker, really in the zone, offering good pitches to swing at. That one a little high, ball 2.
Well, then again, that's just ball 2 and a pretty long at-bat.
Oh, yeah. And you're be very impressive if you don't throw any balls out there, but now a 2-2 offering, and at the ankles, ball 3. So now Bergeson working a full count, and the 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. That's that magic number that you want to get to if you're really thinking getting deep in an at-bat. Base hit, ball 4 approach for Bergeson. Decker with the offering and gets her chasing on the riser for strike 3. And Decker ultimately battles back, and that's out number 3. We go to the top of the 6th. We have 1 runner left stranded, 1 base hit, no Orb errors. And Sheldon still leads 8-1. We'll be back in 30 seconds on ExploreOkoboji.com.
Lakes News Shopper would like to wish the Okoboji Pioneers and area sports teams the best of success this season. The Lakes News Shopper appreciates all the hard work and dedication that the student athletes and coaches put into their seasons and are very proud of the Pioneers.
Head down the highway to MHR Insurance and get the power of 1 from West Bend. Simplify with 1 policy, 1 affordable premium, 1 common loss deductible, and money back at the end of the year when you're claim free. What? Money back? See MHR Insurance in Milford or call 338-2654.
And we're back here on ExploreOkoboji.com. Very happy to be bringing you Siouxland Conference softball tonight between Okoboji and Sheldon. Top of the 6th coming up. Orbs with a comfortable 7-run lead, 8-1. Able to add 1 back in the 5th as Klein Hesselink was able to get a 1-out single and came around to score, followed up by base hits from Notaboom and Simonson. And the Orbs have been able to get in a groove throughout the lineup, really since that 3rd inning when they put up 6. We now have the 2, 3, 4 hitters. In the hole, we have Peyton Lodi on deck, Madison Van Meeteren. Up now, Emma Barwick, 1 for 3, 1 run scored for her. Showing bunt, pulling back, and popping one up foul on the first pitch of the at-bat. The 0-1 count here. Sheldon with only 2 games played this week, trying to make it 2-0. Still in the driver's seat of this one.
The lights coming on here in Milford.
And nice dusk landscape here in Milford. Really just a beautiful night for softball and baseball, as it looks like we have a 1-0 score now. Okoboji able to put up one in the bottom of the 4th, still over there, still no outs against Sheldon. Pioneers ahead in baseball. 1-1 here. Tries to paint the corner low inside. 10 a little too far in for ball 2. It's a 2-1 count. Larson with the 4th offering, and this time gonna get her on the ankles. Looks like Barwick tried to jump up a little bit, tried to dodge it, and still wore it as she heads down to first base. She looks to be okay.
Hopefully the umpire gonna buy some time here.
And she still ran to first at her own will, talking it over with her first base coach.
She's gonna get
putting some base running gloves on, and when Sheldon has base runners on,
they like to be aggressive.
Oh, very aggressive. Well, we're going to see if Barwick might take off for second here. No stolen base for her thus far, but that hasn't stopped any of the other base runners. And still at number 2, her here has some good wheels, and this one fouled away from the number 3 hitter in the Sheldon order, Madison Van Meteren. 0 for 1 thus far, reaching on a hit by pitch. 1 run scored, 1 batted in on a sacrifice fly. One of the top bats for the Orbs, trying to get her first base hit of the day. 0-1, she'll pull back on a bunt attempt for ball 1. Now a 3-0 game over on the baseball field. Okoboji ahead of Sheldon 3-0. They're having quite a 4th inning. This one misses high for ball 1. Runner will stay put at first base. Madison.
2-1.
Oh, 2-1 now. So Van Meteren ahead in the count. She's a .308 hitter coming into this contest, a senior. And now we have the 4th offering here, missing high for ball 3, and now she is well ahead in the count. 3 balls to 1 strike. Takes a swing, gotta be her pitch, looking for one to drive. Normal depth at all the spots.
First base playing in a little bit.
Up showing, yeah, you're right. Showing the bunt, pulls back, and this one shot straight back foul.
Clears the cars.
Very nice. Now the parking lot, you gotta be really tricky here between the baseball and softball complex at Okoboji, if whether you want to get close or you want to run the risk of getting hit with a foul ball as well.
We were okay going for a little walk.
That's fair. Full count. This one hit in the air to straightaway left field, and they make the grab for out number 1. That's Emma Whitrock. Put away Van Meteren. She's now 0 for 2, and will go to Peyton Lodi. Again, you mentioned you usually put your most accountable bat in the 3 hole, but Peyton Lodi, .462 average, 5 runs batted in, and a cleanup batter for Sheldon. Some very impressive stat line here early this season with 1 down. First pitch, a little behind it, but still got a piece of it foul. And the sun really starting to set here, casting a nice shade over the field, might challenge some of these hitters. Larson still going strong here. Take away that 3rd inning, and she's been throwing one heck of a game and still hitting her spots. This one grounded to the third base side. They get the runner at second and not in time at first. Lodi reaches first base on a fielder's choice. Barwick thrown out at second. So good job in the Okoboji defense, as well as their third baseman, Tara Pass, for the Pioneers to get that lead runner out at second.
That's a good job just getting, like you said, the lead runner. So now you get an out and still just the runner at first.
So still a play at second or first, and they'll be held up there. Martin really anticipating the throw that time, taking ball one for the 5-hitter Courtney Decker. 1 for 3, 1 run batted in and crossing the plate one time as well. Also throwing one heck of a game from in the circle. And hitting for herself. The 1-0, this one fouled away. Even up the count, 1 apiece. And dinging another car as well.
A glancing blow, we'll call it.
Yeah, the Okoboji Pioneers baseball team really having one heck of a half inning. 4-0, they now lead Sheldon. And 1 down still.
Make that 2 down as pop out to shortstop, it looked like. Again, that one's over on Q102.
Check in with Scott and Tim Peterson as they count that one, and Decker fouls off another pitch that time. Just a little on top of it. That's strike 2, 1-2 count. 2 down here in the top half of the 6th. With the runner, Emma Barwick, put on a hit. Actually, that was Lodi on first, reaching on a fielder's choice. Here's the 1-2 offering to Decker in the dirt. And it got her in the feet again. That's the second hit batter this inning. And
that one may have bounced first, but she tried to get out of the way and ends up hitting her foot. And we may have a conversation, or are we going to have a pitching change?
We're having a pitching change. Larson almost going the distance. She goes 5 2/3, and we are going to go to the other Pioneer pitcher, Maggie Bergeson, now stepping in the circle. ERA a little over 13, 12 strikeouts for her. She'll get warmed up, and we'll take a 30-second timeout here on ExploreOkoboji.com. We'll be back for the finish of the 6th inning. Still 2 down. Sheldon leads 8-1, and we'll be back right after this.
At United Community Bank, we're actively engaged in developing, strengthening, and energizing our communities by investing in people and their hopes and dreams for the future. Let us go to work for you, supporting your goals and helping you succeed. We look forward to being a part of your financial future. United Community Bank, with locations in Milford, Okoboji, Hartley, Ocheyedan, and Lake Park. Member FDIC.
United Community Bank, dedicated to your financial success.
Back here on ExploreOkoboji.com, just a clean swap between second baseman Maggie Bergeson coming in to pitch now for Okoboji. Emma Larson going to play second base now. We have Malia Klein-Hesselink. The batter takes a big swing and a miss well ahead on Bergeson's pitch for strike 1 now. All things considered, it looks like Larson started to weary a little bit there towards the end, Tim, but still did a pretty solid job hitting her spots through 5 2/3.
Yeah, Bergeson opens with an off-speed pitch after warming up with all fastballs. His batter was ready to make this in a 10-run game with that swing.
Oh, yeah, she was caught well ahead there. Might have been a bit of a change-up or off-speed like you mentioned. 1-1. This time she got around it. And imagine if that one was straightened out. And that time she caught the barrel but hooked it. And again, she tried to time up nothing but fastballs in Bergeson's warm-up pitches. So
fun idea of how far that went. They're climbing the football bleachers to go get that one.
Fun stuff. Klein-Hesselink looking for another base hit this time. Grounds it to the third base side. They step on the bag pass to put away Lodi at third. And that's the third and final out. So Bergeson faces one batter, gets the third out for Okoboji in the top of the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th now as Sheldon leads 2 runners stranded, no runs on no hits, 2 plunked batters. And coming up for the Pioneers, we have the top of the order, 1, 2, 3. Coming up in 30 seconds, Sheldon still leads Okoboji 8-1 on ExploreOkoboji.com.
Imagine a surgery with less pain, where it's minimally invasive. You have a faster recovery and you receive better results. At Lakes Regional Healthcare, the only hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery in Northwest Iowa, surgeons provided robotic surgeries for orthopedic, gynecological, and general surgical procedures such as hip and knee replacement, hysterectomies, colon resections, gallbladder removal, hernia repairs, and more. So when you need surgery, look to the only area hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery. Look to Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake.
Welcome back to ExploreOkoboji.com. Sheldon leading Okoboji 8 runs to 1 here in Siouxland Conference softball. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Top of the order coming up for Okoboji. Tara Pass grounding out a couple times thus far, stepping in 0 for 2. Bosky on deck. And Martin in the hole. We're also going to see if Deer Cup able to return to this game in the cleanup hole.
Quick question. Did you have any hits for Sheldon that last inning?
No hits for Sheldon that last inning.
Making sure my math was correct.
And a couple hit batters and a fielder's choice. Pass takes that one at the letters strike 1. Nice rise ball from Decker. We saw Larson go 5 2/3. Decker still 5 complete here and going strong. Only 1 run, and I believe I have my bearings straight. 3 base hits for the Pioneers as this one gets fouled away. Quickly working ahead of Tara Pass, 0-2 in the count.
If I were to guess, I'm going to guess it's going to be Parsons in the hole for this next inning because I haven't seen her or Deer Cup return to the field.
And Parsons, the clean substitution. She came into play short. Bosky to center field for Deer Cup. This one hit to the right side.
What a catch.
Simonson makes a nice grab and a well-hit ball from Tara Pass.
Yeah, it was I didn't have time to get my camera over there.
And she caught a barrel, but it was within reach of the first baseman. Good play all around, but that's out number 1. We go to Shayla Bosky now, reaching last time on a walk, scoring the lone run for the Pioneers thus far, back in the 4th. She'll take the first pitch, strike 1, showing a bunt pulling back, and the
fastball still has some zip on it.
The corner's charging in hard there too, and Decker been a very consistent pitcher for Sheldon so far this season, and looks like endurance is not an issue, and that pitch had some good run on it. Misses outside, ball 1. And like you mentioned, no seniors on the roster for Okoboji, only Larson and Bosky, the batter. A lone upperclassman. She grounds this one to the left side, gets past third baseman. Shortstop Van Meter and stays with it. And what a play and the stretch. Simonson for out number 2. Going down to the splits. That is impressive. That's an impressive reach for the first baseman.
Yeah, her teammate's going to come over and congratulate her on that play.
Well, she deserves to be commended for that effort. That's one heck of a reach for out number 2. And again, Okoboji just getting another base hit taken away from them for out number 2. On that 6-3 put out to Bosky. Martin, the batter, stepping in 1 for 2. Also has a stolen base. Takes ball 1.
And it is Parsons on deck.
So Parsons will be remaining. This one grounded to third base. Easy play for out number 3, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Decker. No runs, no hits. No runners left on base for the Pioneers. We played 6 complete. Sheldon coming up to bat here in the top of the 7th inning. Looking to add some insurance. They're still in the driver's seat over Okoboji, 8-1. We'll be back in 30 seconds on ExploreOkoboji.com.
I didn't know what I wanted to do.
I have big dreams for the future. And Iowa Lakes gave me the perfect start.
I'm busy, but Iowa Lakes fits.
Some days are way harder than others.
But every day,
I'm having fun.
I'm learning.
I'm building lifelong friendships.
And I'm gaining experience.
Your future?
Your future.
Your future starts at Iowa Lakes.
Welcome back to ExploreOkoboji.com. We've played 6 complete here from Milford. It's Sheldon 8, Okoboji 1 in Siouxland Conference softball action tonight. My name is Mitch Kieran, joined by Tim Soper. Thanks for the solid work on the broadcast. Great view for us tonight here from just between home plate and the first base dugout. Still a beautiful night for softball, but time running out for Okoboji, and they still got the new pitcher in for Maggie Bergeson. Only faced 1 batter thus far and got her to ground into a fielder's choice to end the top of the 6th. We're here in the top of the 7th. We have the bottom of the order due up for Sheldon, 7, 8, 9, leading off with Samantha Notaboom. This one hit in the air to straightaway left field, and they can't make the grab on the run. It comes right out of the glove of Whitrock. Great hustle, but just popped in and out of the glove on a basket catch, and that's going to be E7. No to boom reaches.
5th error on Okoboji so far this evening.
For the most part, they've been some tough plays. As this one's hit and caught by Parsons. Throw to first. In time. A double play on one pitch. Simonson lines out to the shortstop Parsons. And the throw to Titterington at first is in time. One pitch and 2 outs.
Good job by Parsons, who came into this game as an injury replacement and gets 2 outs, like you said, on one pitch. We already have 2 outs in this inning. And that one passed the second baseman for Sheldon hit.
Yeah, it gets past Larson on a line drive, so that time timed up perfectly. Claire Johnson, she's having a solid day at the plate. 3rd time reaching. Now she's 2 for 4.
And so far this inning, 3 pitches, 3 balls put into play. Outfielder's going to play way in on this one.
And McKenna Klein Hesseling swings to the first pitch, strike 1. Now she started off the game great. Couple of drag bunts for hits, 2 runs scored, 2 stolen bases. She's gone down swinging the past couple of times. She's got deep into at-bats, but they found ways to get her out. And this one hit nicely past the infielder Larson. And just like that, she has her 3rd base hit. Johnson heads to 3rd. Throw is not going to be in time. And Klein Hesselink will easily be allowed to take 2nd base. So just like that, and another 1 pitch at-bat. It's another Sheldon base hit. And quickly, 2 runners in scoring position for Emma Barwick. And that's heads-up base running. They draw that throw across the diamond, and you have the speedster that Klein Hesselink is. He just easily takes 2nd base. No throw necessary.
And anything in the outfield, I think, here scores 2.
2 down. This one taken at the letters. Good frame from Martin. Empty-handed that time. Ball 1. No dice. It's a 4-1 game now. It's like Sheldon's starting to put some things together offensively. No outs. They put a run up in the top of the 5th. Another pitch at the letters and a good frame from Martin. Just no dice on the pitches. It's 2-0 now with 2 down. So Bergeson now finds herself in a jam. Not trying to allow any more Oreb runs. Barwick trying to add. It's now 3 straight balls to start off Emma Barwick in her 5th at-bat here tonight.
Now, interesting thing here, 3-0. Do you think Barwick has the green light?
Well, you have a 7-run lead in your bag. It's going to be interesting. She sees a pitch she likes, and she'll take it. That time, get me over fastball for strike 1.
I'm going to guess there was no green light on that one because that was about as good a pitch right down the middle that a batter would like to see.
Yeah, you can't ask for anything better than that, and still frozen on it nonetheless. If she timed up 3-1, and she'll take it inside, ball 4. Free 90 there to load them up for Madison Van Meeteren. Still looking for her first base hit here tonight. But the base is juiced, 2 down, and Coach DeBolt going to call the infield in.
And looks like just the infield. Outfield going to stay where they are. Sheldon have their own little meeting by their dugout. Looks like headed to bottom of 5 over on the baseball field, 4-2. Okoboji on top.
Once this ends, you can swap your attention to Q102 for the finish of a nice baseball game going on in the Siouxland Conference between Okoboji and Sheldon.
Or if you're at home and you can handle it, it might throw me off if I were doing this, but you could watch the softball game, then listen to Q102, so you got both going.
That's just a great man cave you got going on there. But 2 down, and got to think you got to go to the easiest base here. Don't have to try to get the play at the plate with 2 down. Base is loaded. Try to keep this one in the infield. Bergeson just got to try to draw that ground ball. Get that easy play. 1-0 count. And this one in there taking strike 1 to Madison Van Meter in the shortstop. 1-1 count. Normal depth. First base looks a little in. 3rd pitch and high ball 2.
Getting close to 2 hours on this ball game. Been a competitive ball game. Score a little out of reach, but Okoboji bats have been there at times.
Yeah, this one ripped into left field through the 5-6 gap. They are going to send another runner home, throws off the mark, and it's a 2 RBI double for Madison Van Meteren. Set him up and knock him in. It's now 10-1 for Sheldon. Two runners on second and third, and we go to Peyton Lodi. Ferguson wasting little time. This one foul tip into the mitt, strike one. And an 0-1 count. Still 2 away here in the top of the 7th. Second pitch, swung on, popped her up, and it's just gonna get out of reach. And out of play for a foul ball, strike 2.
That one landed closer to us than I was expecting.
Could have gone home with a souvenir.
Well,
actually, with another COVID-19 relation, I don't think they allow you to grab the foul balls. No. They have designated players for that.
I was going to say the souvenir would probably be the goose egg.
Yeah, they probably would not want it back had I caught it. That one misses low inside, ball 1 to the batter, Peyton Lodi. This one in the dirt. Runners are going to anticipate taking off, and they get held up.
Nice. You got the runner at second, halfway to third.
Yeah, that's happened more times than not, just trying to draw a throw from Martin. She makes a good block. And here's the 2-2 pitch. At the knees, still tailing inside and low, ball 3. Working a full count to the cleanup hitter for Sheldon, Peyton Lodi.
Now first base is open, so runners won't be on a dead sprint off their bases.
And we'll see if they try to draw a throw. This one hit in the air and fair for Sheldon. And 2 runs are going to come home to score. It's a 2 RBI double. And that one just down the line, and very close call, but Peyton Lodi will pull through. Peyton Lodi came through big there, and now they lead by 11, 12-1. We have Courtney Decker, the pitcher, and just well ahead of that one, getting the tip of the bat on it for strike 1. 0-1 count for her. Second pitch, a little inside for ball 1. So again, we started rapid fire with this inning. A lot of batted balls, a double play right away, and now Sheldon adds some padding to their lead. This time, does she offer high? They say she does for strike 2 on a check swing. Ferguson working ahead in the count 1-2.
And you mentioned a lot of quick at-bats to start the inning, but a lot of full counts now as they're working these at-bats full.
Ferguson trying to stay in the zone, this time missing high for ball 2. Still working hard for her third and final out this inning. Deuces across the scoreboard, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away.
And a runner at second.
Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 3, and we work another count full. The players still into this one, showing their support for their respective batter and pitcher. Payoff pitch from Ferguson. On the way, swing and a miss. She gets her missing there for strike 3. Okoboji coming up to bat, down to their final 3 outs here, bottom of the 7th. Coming up in 30 seconds, Sheldon still leads 12-1. We'll be right back on ExploreOkoboji.com.
Are you paying too much for internet service? It's time to cut the wires, cut the charges. IGL Teleconnect is your local internet provider. No contracts, no hidden fees, no equipment rental, and no confusing packages for just $40 a month. IGL Teleconnect, we put you first.
At Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative, we are member-owned. That means everyone who gets their power from Iowa Lakes is also an owner. That's the cooperative difference.
The power is yours at your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Welcome back to ExploreOkoboji.com. We're here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Okoboji, one last chance to put some runs on the board. Looks like we will be
going to be
leading.
Parsons first, and then leave Titterington on deck as a flex player.
Yes, 4, 5, 6 due up. First baseman Titterington will bat for Dodge. And we do have Kelly Parsons, that substitution earlier for the injured Deer Cup. I'm sure she'll be able to return after this game, but probably for the best to let her sit out this one after catching a hand to the face on a double play. This one, quick bunt attempt from Parsons. And wow, what a bunt, but they get the play in time.
Wow, that was a great bunt, though, and I don't think anyone was ready for it.
Barwick with the late throw attempt and in time for out number 1. Beautiful bunt and, well, it's just a great defensive reaction. Good fundamentals, but it's out number 1 for Okoboji.
That's what you want to do on a bunt, too. Get it to die right in front of the plate.
Yes. This pitch swung on and missed, strike 1. For the batter, Megan Titterington. Second pitch of the at-bat. This one missing high for ball 1. She'll get her first at-bat here tonight. Titterington 0 for 4 thus far in the years. The third pitch of the at-bat missing inside for ball 2. Do have Emma Whitrock. And on deck, Gerke in the hole. If we get there, she's 1 for 2. Only 3 base hits so far this game for Okoboji. This one swung on and missed for strike 2. And it's a 2-2 count now. This pitch below the knees, and it's going to miss for ball 3. We work a count full for Megan Titterington, getting deep in her first at-bat here tonight, drawing at least 6 pitches. Decker trying to go the full length for a complete game, and the payoff pitch, low and inside, ball 4. Titterington draws the walk. Now let's see if Emma Whitrock can build off of that. She steps in 0 for 2, struck out in the second, grounded out in the 5th. Already up to the top of the 6th, still 4-2 in baseball between Okoboji and Sheldon. The Pioneers ahead in that one. This is ball 1 to Whitrock, high and outside.
And Okoboji, if you're facing this deficit, you realize you can't make up all 11 in a swing. So you just got to chip away at the lead here. Runner on first is a good start. Keep building on it.
Got to do what you can. Ultimately, second pitch in the at-bat misses for ball 2. I think a lot of times when you're down to your final half inning, I know some coaches in the past say, take until you get a strike. Really try to see these pitches, get deep in these counts, maybe try to get to the bullpen. But we'll see. 2-0, and working ahead 3-0. So you're not chasing, you're not giving them anything to work with just yet until you get to that first strike. It's a 3-0 count, and we'll see Barwick head out to the circle, talk to her pitcher, Decker.
Again, over on Q102, you can get the baseball game between these two schools, Sheldon and Okoboji. Looks like they're in the top of the 6th right now, and still a great pace for that baseball game.
Yes, and we'll go over our future broadcast for next week as well after this game concludes. In our post-game show, brought to you by the Eye Care Center. This one missing, actually in there in the outer half of the plate, strike 1. So right after the mound visit, Decker trying to get back in this at-bat. So still a hitter's count here for Whitrock. 3 balls to 1 strike. 5th pitch of the at-bat. Popped up, foul territory, and not going to be able to make the grab. Foul ball for strike 2 for Whitrock, and we're back to a full count. So looks over to Coach DeBolt along the third base side. Payoff pitch. Just missing below the knees. Good take for ball 4.
2 straight walks for the Pioneers.
So little by little, like you mentioned, they're just setting themselves up moving forward.
Now Gerke up to bat.
You got to find one hole out there, and that'll set them up, just set them up. Wait for one thing, and this one, first pitch, fouled straight back. Again, just chip away. So she swings at the first pitch that time. So maybe that's not the case with take till you get a strike. Gerke singled her last time up. She's 1 for 2. 1 down, runner on first and second. Sheldon could go to the closest bag. Second pitch, this one up over the catcher Barwick, and runners will easily advance to second and third on ball 1. A wild pitch.
Now I got 2 runners in scoring position.
2 ducks on the pond for Gerke. All she needs is 1 pitch. It looks good enough for her to get a barrel on and try to bring some runs home for the Pioneers. Third pitch of the at-bat, big swing and a miss. For strike 2 there. Fourth pitch on the way, and a swing and a miss. Gerke goes down swinging. It's the 9th strikeout for Decker here through 6 2/3, and Okoboji down to their final out here.
I got a new batter. If I looked correct, it looks like Abby Wassam.
All right, so Abby Wassam coming in here, 1 base hit and 3 trips to the plate. Nice pinch hit opportunity for the sophomore. Again, it looks like we have make that 6 underclassmen holding batting averages over 300 for the Pioneers. And 7 with very solid averages. If you count Boschke's at 300 as well. This one, first pitch. Low inside, ball 1. Quick throw back to third. And that's just going to hold Titterington there. Slides back safely after ball 1.
Snap throw over to third, keeping the runner on their toes.
And good awareness from Barwick, still locked in this one. Here with 2 down to the bottom of the 7. This pitch missing, high, ball 2. Barwick quickly pops back up, check the runners. 2-0 count for the new batter, Wassam. Two-0. Laced into right field, going the other way. She'll score 1 run. They're going to hold the runners at the corners, and an RBI single for Abby Wassam. And a pinch hit RBI hit at that. So she comes through late in the game for Okoboji. They still got a lot of work to do. They're down to the 9-hitter Maggie Bergeson, the pitcher. First pitch, swung on and chopped foul to the third base side, strike 1. It's the 4th base hit on the game for the Pioneers. Looks like Decker's also walked an accompanying 3. The 0-1. This one popped her up. It's going to stay in the infield. Barwick makes the grab. And that is the ball game. Sheldon going to hold on to a 12-2 victory over the Okoboji Pioneers. They leave 2 runners stranded. They had 1 base hit and 1 run scored there in the bottom of the 7th. Overall, we saw some very nice things from both teams that game. Scoreboard's not exactly going to reflect just how competitive it was at times, Tim, but looking back, it looks like Sheldon, they just pulled through with runners in scoring position. Great hustle, great awareness throughout the game for the most part, it looked like.
And I think the big key is you see the hit column. A lot of hits from Sheldon, putting a lot of balls in play. 14 for the Orbs, while Okoboji could only get 4. And then the 5 errors for Okoboji, those didn't help either. So just kind of execution and doing what you can when you put the ball in play.
Yeah, we'll look at this game more in depth. We'll see if we can also get a talk with Coach DeBolt for Okoboji. That's coming up and more. We'll also take a look at stats in our post-game show, brought to you by the Eye Care Center of Spirit Lake. The Eye Care Center, courtesy of Doctors Norland and Doctors Cornwall. Coming up after this short break on ExploreOkoboji.com.
Imagine a surgery with less pain, where it's minimally invasive. You have a faster recovery and you receive better results. At Lakes Regional Healthcare, the only hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery in Northwest Iowa, surgeons provided robotic surgeries for orthopedic, gynecological, and general surgical procedures such as hip and knee replacement, hysterectomies, colon resections, gallbladder removal, hernia repairs, and more. So when you need surgery, look to the only area hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery. Look to Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake.
What does it mean to be on a team? It means other people are depending on you. That's why the Bank Midwest team supports student athletes, because we know being part of a team teaches you a lot. So good luck to your team from ours. Bank Midwest, member FDIC.
For the best window and door solutions for your next project, choose superior quality to enhance the character of your home. Choose Marvin. Visit your local Marvin dealer. Consumer Lumber in Spirit Lake, Spencer, and Lake Park. Locally owned and operated since 1906.
Are you paying too much for internet service? It's time to cut the wires, cut the charges. IGL Teleconnect is your local internet provider. No contracts, no hidden fees, no equipment rental, and no confusing packages for just $40 a month. IGL Teleconnect, we put you first.
At Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative, we are member-owned. That means everyone who gets their power from Iowa Lakes is also an owner. That's the cooperative difference.
The power is yours at your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Northwest Iowa bone, joint, and sports surgeons have been providing excellent care to the community for the past 40 years. Their team offers specialized care, including sports medicine, as well as in-house physical therapy. Exceptional, dependable, local. Visit NWIAbone.com.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm in Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
At United Community Bank, we're actively engaged in developing, strengthening, and energizing our communities by investing in people and their hopes and dreams for the future. Let us go to work for you, supporting your goals and helping you succeed. We look forward to being a part of your financial future. United Community Bank, with locations in Milford, Okoboji, Hartley, Ocheyedan, and Lake Park. Member FDIC.
United Community Bank, dedicated to your financial success.
Doctors Norland and Cornwall and the entire staff of the Eye Care Center would like to remind athletes to do your best and have a great season. When you have eye care needs, visit the Eye Care Center just north of the hospital in Spirit Lake. The Eye Care Center is proud to offer you professional service and personal care for all your eye care needs. The Eye Care Center has a large selection of quality eyeglass frames and the most up-to-date styles. Call today to make an appointment with the professionals at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake.
Welcome back to ExploreOkoboji.com. We're now in the post-game show brought to you by the Eye Care Center of Spirit Lake, courtesy of Doctors Norland and Dr. Cornwall. My name is Mitch Kieran, joined by Tim Soper, coming to you live tonight from Milford, Iowa. The final score of this contest in the Siouxland Conference, Sheldon defeats Okoboji 12-2. And overall, we saw a lot of good things, but ultimately just good awareness, good base running, and just great offense overall for the Sheldon Orbs, Tim.
And I think it also just came down to experience. This is a young Okoboji team, and you saw some of those maybe underclassmen mistakes and also some upperclassmen hitters for Sheldon. You see that on the column with 14 hits. It's tough to overcome that, and then the 5 errors for Okoboji didn't help either, but you know, you'll have these nights, but I feel like Okoboji definitely had its bright spots tonight as well.
Yeah, and a lot of with those error plays, had they been made, could have been a lot closer of a ball game, at least scoreboard-wise, but still great at-bats overall. Sheldon just did a great job executing a lot of times on some base hits. For Okoboji, we saw Emma Larson almost go the distance. Very consistent overall in the zone throughout the game, it looks like. But nonetheless, Okoboji, we had them down for 4 base hits on the game, but still not to take away from many of their at-bats as well. You know, they were getting deep in the counts, a lot of well-hit balls, and just a lot of great defense to accompany from Sheldon as well. So ultimately, they were just locked in, and like you mentioned, it might just be experience overtaking the youth of the Pioneers.
Yeah, there was a couple plays I can think of. A great stretch at first from Sheldon. That bunt that looked perfect from Parsons at first, but then a great throw by the catcher to get it out. So Sheldon just, I think, came to play, and they got that first big hit, the 6-run inning that put them down 7-0. Okoboji tried to claw back from that, but that was the first big punch, and we'll say it landed.
Yeah, I think they were really able to settle in, especially Courtney Decker on the mound, who had 9 strikeouts overall on the night. So she's been a consistent pitcher all year long. Came into this game with 31 and 21 innings pitched. Again, Sheldon, no errors in the field. They had 12 runs scored on 14 hits. Let's take a look at Okoboji's stat line on the night. Tara Pass, the leadoff batter, went 0 for 3 on the night. Sheila Boschke 0 for 2, reaching and scoring once after a walk. 1 for 3 with a stolen base. Amy Martin, the 3-hitter. Gracie Deercup went 1 for 2, 1 RBI. We had Kaylee Parsons 0 for 1 coming in for her late in the game. 0 for 2 for Haley Dodge. 0 for 0 with a run scored and a walk for Megan Titterington. The 6th batter, Emma Whitrock, went 0 for 2. 1 for 3 performance and a stolen base for Gwen Gerke. 1 for 1 with an RBI for a pinch hitter, Abby Wassam, the sophomore. That was nice to see. And 0 for 3 on the night for Maggie Bergeson. Again, Courtney Decker picks up the win. 9 strikeouts through a complete 7 innings pitched. And unfortunately, the loss charge to the pitcher, Emma Larson. But overall, you take away a lot of the hits from the 3rd inning, as she was pretty consistent here tonight.
Yeah, we'll see if Coach DeBolt makes her way over to talk to us. She just got done talking with her team, and looks like she may be making her way this way for us.
Oh, very good. For Sheldon, that was it for them this week. Coming up, all games next week. They have MOC Floyd Valley at their place, and as well on Wednesday, they are at MOC Floyd Valley, actually at Sioux Center, and then at West Lyon next Thursday. We're now joined by head coach Bailey DeBolt. Bailey, thank you very much for taking the time to talk with us here tonight.
You bet. Sorry I'm a little late.
That's all right. As we were mentioning, the scoreboard doesn't exactly reflect how competitive this game had been at times. It was just Sheldon's offense really just kind of coming to play through a couple of the innings, notably the 3rd inning. They were really able to settle in, get a 7-run lead, but the girls were still battling, especially Emma Larson on the mound, pretty consistent hitting her spots.
Absolutely. Emma has really come in to her role as a pitcher as the season has progressed, and I'm really happy with how she's doing on the mound. Sometimes other teams just hit, and that's okay. Sheldon came out tonight. They were not afraid to hit the ball, and I think just from the past couple nights and from the pitcher that we saw tonight, just a little bit of speed change. It's a little bit more challenging for us. So, but, I know my girls, and I know what they're capable of. And, they played really well tonight at times, and then a couple, little thing here and a little thing there. But, I'm so proud of them. This group is awesome. And I just want to say kudos to Gracie for getting beamed in the face. And then, she comes out, but she's still cheering and doing all the good work that everyone else does. And Kaylee Parsons coming in at short when we needed someone to come in for her. So, they're a great group of girls, and they're going to do good things. We just have to keep going. So.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about Gracie. Obviously, that looked a little alarming after coming off that double play right after an RBI single. Glad that she's still being a team player in the dugout. But especially coming off that 12-3 victory over Pocahontas area. We saw some great approaches at the plate. A lot of girls getting deep in counts.
Yep.
What are they trying to focus on up there? What are you telling them?
Well, I tell them to not hit the bottom part of the ball, to aim for the top of the ball. And on that 3rd strike, we cannot be looking at 3rd strike pitches. So just being aggressive at the plate and making sure that we're always looking to hit the ball.
Yeah, there were a lot of good at-bats out there tonight. Despite 4 hits on 2 runs, still a lot of those just taken away. Sheldon came to play tonight. That's just the way it goes sometimes. Still a very young team.
Yes.
Numbers-wise, a lot of the underclassmen are really providing. Also, Boschke as a hitter, Larson as a pitcher. Ultimately, that spells good things for the future, but obviously, I'm sure they'd like to win now. So what are you looking forward to tomorrow when you take on Sioux Center?
I'm looking for a little bit of revenge, honestly. I would like to come do to them what they did at our place. So, and we've seen this girl pitch now, so we should be ready to go. And our defense knows what to expect. Just come ready to play, and it'll be a good game for us.
And same goes for GTRA. Also saw them playing them on Saturday. So a couple of good opponents, but still some good things to build off of here tonight.
Absolutely.
Yeah, saw some good things for some good players. Coach, once again, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us, and best of luck in the rest of the games this week.
You bet. Thank you so much.
All right, head coach Bailey DeBolt joining us on the post-game show. Brought to you in part by the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake, courtesy of Doctors Northern and Cornwall. I want to give a big thanks to Tim on doing a great job manning the broadcast tonight. Tim, final thoughts from this contest?
I think you said it with Coach. Young team with Okoboji, definitely some bright spots. Definitely some things to work on, but those bright spots are what these kids can look forward to. And when you're trying to cram a lot of games into a tight space like we are this season, those lulls may happen, and games like this could happen. But, you got a couple good teams the rest of the week in Sioux Center and GTRA. Those could be a couple opportunities for these kids to gain some confidence.
Absolutely. Well, Tim, it was a lot of fun calling with you tonight. And until next time, we'll give you a rundown on what to expect within our family of stations in the coming week. Once I can pull that up here.
I know KUOO has Spirit Lake at ELC softball. That'll be, like I said, on KUOO. I think Scott and I making the trip to Esterville.
That is true. That'll be a 7 o'clock first pitch. Also Monday nights, baseball in Q102, 7:30. South O'Brien at Hartley Melvin Sanborn. That'll be myself and JJ again. For Tuesday, Gretchen Jatero, Ruth Van Aerscher at Hartley Melvin Sanborn. A video broadcast on the softball teams at 7 o'clock first pitch. As well, that same night, softball in Q102 at 5:30, Harris Lake Park at Sibley Ocheyedan. Wednesday, Okoboji at Sibley Ocheyedan for Q102 softball action at 7 o'clock. And on Thursday, Cherokee at Spirit Lake for KUOO baseball, 7:30. For Tim Soper, my name is Mitch Kieran. Thank you very much for tuning in to tonight's broadcast of Siouxland Conference Softball. Be sure to swap your attentions over to Q102, a great baseball game going on over there between Okoboji and Sheldon. But until next time, thank you very much for tuning in, and have a great rest of your evening.